go. See you guys soon. Also, that might be because of actually Discord audio.
Oh, so it should be stopped right now? Oh, that's good.
Because he was in Discord call when I was doing a countdown, it may record it because he's recording desktop audio.
Yes.
So that might actually be my fault. So hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Battle of the Dons now.
Up to you.
So basically... Yeah, so basically to explain the rules of the Rock Me Top tournament, Rock Me to the Top tournament, it's basically our 80% category with a little bit of a caveat, is we're trying to get to the top of the tower, but not really, because we're probably going to die along the way, so we want to get higher than our opponents.
Yes.
I'm trying to find different ways of phrasing this every single time I do a commentary for this.
Yes. So they're gonna try to survive as long as possible. This 40-floor tower is really, really dangerous. It's gonna try its hardest to kill you. And yeah,
you guys need to get out of this channel, DonForgo and Donnchadh.
Yeah,
a lot of feedback. Yes, my friend. All right, so we're gonna try to do this again, but this time is gonna be the real battle. These guys are neck to neck. You can see the actual same, chat at the same time. Oh, actually, there's a stream difference. So Donnchadh is actually already taking a lead with mashing and everything. So that's all right.
Also, yeah, there's a win point on DonForgo. He should be removed because it says he has one win already. But yeah, this is going to be a best of 3. We are going to do our very best to cover both sides. It looks like Donnchadh H's internet is holding up this time.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good.
Yeah, before it actually was pretty much a slideshow, and a very bad one at that too. So it looks really nice to actually see it actually in motion. So hopefully that will be beneficial to having a race.
Yeah, and we're super happy to actually show this race now. This we were supposed to be doing tonight, and it has been kind of complicated, and we really want to thank you guys for bearing down this with us, but I think it's gonna deliver, so I'm really happy that we can now at least show it. I'm super hyped.
Yes. This is gonna be the Battle of the Dons. Both of them are in the losers bracket. They got knocked down here by some pretty impressive runners too.
Yes.
Let's see, who did DonForgo lost to? It's some scrub named Sand Knight.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah. And Donnchadh H somehow got drafted against the world record holder for any percent.
So the Darcis, yeah.
Yes, and he not somehow actually, he played amazingly well, but he took down probably one of our favorites of the tournament, Baldwin, out of the tournament.
Oh yeah, and that was super impressive because, like you said, he was a favorite. You thought that Baldwin would be at least probably top 4, and then he got kicked out by Donnchadh by super plays. Donnchadh can deliver. Okay. So we're gonna get into the tower. So this is the actual real first match. I want to take time to thank Kane the Brain for actually giving us 2 absolutely marvelous exhibition match just earlier. Yeah. But right now we're doing the real deal. So I think you already explained the tower. Did you talk about time limits and everything?
No, I have not. I'll let you cover that. Okay. I have to go put my dog to bed.
Yes, absolutely. So I'm gonna just explain that. So you go into the tower, you gotta go as high as you can. But what's gonna happen is that probably someone's gonna die, or someone is gonna get in such a situation that you can just not get out of. This game is gonna be real tough. You have very good items you can use to get out of trouble. We call these the get out the jail free cards. But these are all usable items. You use them once and then they're out. You have a very small inventory, so you can only hold 20 items at a time, and that does include your pets and your equipment. So generally 15 good items, and you first need to find them, and then you need to try and keep them as long as you can. So maneuvering, taking your time, making sure that everything works for you is definitely good skills you're going to need. But what's going to happen is at some point somebody's probably going to die. And at that time, you cannot just retry. That's not something you can do in the Rock Me to the Top tournament. When someone dies, what actually happens is this is your score. If you died on floor 17, let's say, your opponent needs to beat 17. If it ends up by being a tie, then the first person who got to floor 17 actually wins. So there's still speed is still a very important element in this tournament because it is not necessarily speedrun per se, but we really wanted to still deliver a speedrunning type of experience. And the third rule that it's really important is there's a 1 hour time limit. So this is why these guys are actually running timers. If you get to 1 hour, then the race ends, and we check who's got a DIS or got there first. So even though I do have an 80% run and my not my world record, my PB is 45 minutes. So that 1 hour time limit is really crunched. You gotta get real quick if you want to beat that tower in one go. And then a little bit of luck too, because this game is kind of rough. So it could go up to 3 hours of entertainment, yes, but it could also be much quicker than that. We've seen the smallest match probably around about 40 minutes, and the longest went through 2 hours and a half and plus, yeah. Oh yeah, this is RNG the game, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely is.
Yes, with this setup especially because when you die, you cannot just go back into the tower, and you just, that's the point to your opponent. So this is a best of 3. This is mostly because we wanted to alleviate a very bad run at the tower. If it was best of 1, like just one match, and you just add a really good run and your opponent add a really bad one, it would feel a little bit unfair. But in a best of 3 setup, you generally don't get that much of 2 really bad games in a row. That does happen, but that's more rare, and you generally live much better with, oh, okay, the tower just didn't like me today. So.
Yeah, and actually, we actually did see that in the expedition matches between Kane and DonForgo, is both of them just had horrendous luck all of a sudden. And if it was a best of 1, it's like, congrats, that's the stream, talk to you guys later.
Yeah. So we don't want to see that as much as possible.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh, and DonForgo's side, noise has exploded. That's always fun to see.
So yeah, the floors are randomized, so they won't get the same tower layout. The items you see on each side is also randomized, so you don't know what you're gonna get. The monster spawns are also be randomized, so they're always gonna have like this floor as these types of monster. But how many you're gonna get and where they're coming from is always randomized. So this game, oh, and there's also traps. So these are invisible tiles that when you walk on them, they're gonna spring something in existence against you. So you can end up paralyzed, receiving a rock on your head. You can be explode. You can just be teleported somewhere. And most of these traps are run ending. Well, if you're unlucky, but yeah, that does.
And on top of that, your monster can set them off. So
oh, yeah,
you'll see the runners actually put Queenie behind themselves, because they'll be walking on the tiles, and then Queenie will be walking beneath them.
Oh yeah, much fire game. That warp, the warp trap was the very best warp trap you can ever get.
Yeah, actually, Dead Arceus, who is currently in the grand final of the losers right now.
The finals of the loser, yeah.
Yeah, he actually lost one of his rounds because of a warp trap, just straight up screwing him over.
Yes, absolutely.
It happens a lot.
Okay, level 3 on both sides, so they should feel a little bit safer, but
yeah.
DonForgo is very low on HP, and it has to be stressing.
He does have a blaze ball though, so he does have a little extra of.
Yeah, but that's the 3rd time he's using it, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, and a miss. But Queen took the hit though, so.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, you gotta be really careful with movement as well, because if you like this. Sorry to interrupt. You go first.
No, that's all right. I was just gonna say. No, obviously, go.
Yeah. It's getting late here now for both of us. So basically, when it comes down to it, this is a turn-based game. Even though it looks like they're going to be moving very quickly, obviously. But the enemies will only move when you move. And if San wants to take this, there's actually a certain turn order that actually a lot of people don't know about.
You mean the AI one?
No, the order of the movement of like if Ko moves and this moves and that moves. I don't know exactly off the top of my head, but you do.
Okay, yeah, I do think I know most of it, but sometimes I feel like it's not. So okay, if you do a normal turn where you attack, it's gonna be you, your pet, and then the enemy. But then if you start to do mixed type of orders, like you want to attack, but then you order your pet to move, it's actually going to go reverse. It's going to be still you, but then the enemy and then your pet. So in battle, you'll feel like it's always you, pet, and then enemy. And then you'll order your pet to go away and attack, and it will result in you attacking and the enemy killing your pet. So these are things that you need to know and master to make sure that doesn't happen. If instead of attacking you skip your turn, well, actually your pet is going to move out of the way before the enemy. So there's a lot of way to manipulate turn order, up to a point where you can really avoid getting hit one extra time or get out of a bad situation before something bad happens. So that's cool.
Yeah, and I touched on this before on the previous runs. This is from the era of RPGs where 8 damage is a lot.
Oh yes, absolutely.
And if you can take one less 8 damage, and like if it takes 3 shots for you to kill something, yeah, it's like that's 26 damage to yourself. You have to, and Sad Knight says this quite often, but HP is an equal resource to everything else in the game. You can plan to get hit.
Yes, you spend HP as any other type of resources. You can sometimes be in a bad spot and tell to yourself, okay, if I move there, I'm going to get it once, but then I can continue moving and get to that elevator. So you spend, 8 HP to just get to move again, instead of spending one resources like a fireball or a william fruit, because your HP actually does recover in this game, and this is really God sent. You receive 1 HP per 14 turns, so...
Yeah, and so at the elevators, you'll see DonForgo or Donnchadh H. I'll just refer to him as Forgo and Chad now because it's the Battle of the Dons. Whoever wins, we will actually refer to as their full name. How about that?
Oh,
there's something at stake now. So basically, when it comes down to the players, you'll see them actually wait in the elevator. You won't see any difference. Queenie won't be moving any different.
Yes.
But you'll see the HP go up. And they're waiting there for literally like 20 or 30 turns to recover HP.
Yes, this game definitely didn't have speedrun in mind, because I don't think speedrun was a big thing when this game came out. But there's
1997
actually...
wasn't really a big year for that.
Not exactly, especially not for games like this. But there's actually very interesting tools in this game to go fast. Like you can sometimes see our runners start to run super fast. We call it demon speed. And like we're seeing it all the time right now. You cannot do it when an enemy is close to you, but as soon as your screen is clear, you can start to run super fast. And this is really useful because you can explore those floors just so quickly. That's fun. But also you can skip turns, and if you keep and press and hold the buttons to skip turns, you're actually going to start to skip those turns extremely quickly. And like Shawnee said, you're going to see the HP recover at a super quick rate. Of course, enemies still moves while you're doing this. Oh no, it's a go up trap on floor 6.
No,
that's good.
Donnchadh H with the paralysis trap did not trigger.
Oh, okay, that's
While
lucky.
the flame was walking in the room, I'm like, oh, that's lucky on that one.
Yes. Oh, absolutely is. So
No,
DonForgo is ahead in terms of floor, and he's also ahead in terms of level. I mean, and he's got a paralyzed one. Oh no, that's Chad that's got the paralyzed one. But again, Fargo's in the driver's seat.
Yes, he is. And actually, I was going to actually say as well is when it comes down to it, you can actually see a big difference in how each. Oh, he's sitting in front of a U-boat. He's going to start dancing with it.
Oh, and we have U-boat dancing. All right.
Yeah. U-boat dancing is when they always have to get the first attack. So if you walk into them, the game says, no, you can't be there to attack, and he'll walk away. So you can see DonForgo actually kind of messing around with the U-boat.
If every time you move, you actually move on their square, they have to move away. So you can actually always ensure they're never going to have to attack. But that also means that as the first time you're going to... and he's stuck in the loop. But that's all right. You can get out of that. Yeah.
I think he's trying to explore the floor. I would just go straight to the elevator on this.
Oh, I would also.
I would not stick around ever on... Essentially,
and he's going to get it once. Okay, no, he's dancing. Oh, he's actually dancing pretty good. Oh, he's going to get it once.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes. But at least he took it from higher elevation. So we haven't talked about that, but if you are on the higher elevation than your opponent, you tend to take, we'd say, 10 to 15% less damage and deal 10 to 15% extra. Yeah. So that's always like, we call it fighting on your terms. So, but yeah, he's still gonna not have a good time fighting against freaking U-boats.
No, U-boats are the worst thing. The repel ball, if you use it on your monster, not you, because if you use a repel ball, it only fires off a projectile.
Yes.
If your monster were to be hit by a spell, it will reflect it back where it came from. So if you have a recovery ball and a repel, you can heal yourself. It's really dumb, and no one uses repel. Seriously.
It's pretty rare, yeah. Like Shawnee said, the actual spell you use from a spell ball, you cannot use on yourself. So repel and recovery are pretty bad, but it's actually kind of a cool thing if you can get those two at the same time, to which you can use your pet to be a bouncing pads for your healing to come back to you. But that's a very convoluted setup for not that much of a...
Well, especially when things will be doing like 60 damage, you're going to be hitting 30 at that point, and it's
exactly. You cannot do that mid-battle now.
It's definitely a very... It's probably floor 15 and below strat.
Oh yeah.
Once you start getting above, all of a sudden everything will start to kill you in 2 hits, and it's not worth it anymore to use up 3 turns and try to heal. But again, if you're alone in a corridor with the monster and repel ball and recovery, you actually can get that life back, so you can survive the 2 hits. But yeah.
Yes. So we talk about how HP is a resource you can spend as pretty much everything else. But this is a resource that's gonna lose value as per every floor you're gonna get on. So
plus the levels too.
Yes, so you're gonna get to fight killers at some point, to which you cannot even get it once. If the killer ends up critting, it's probably gonna one-shot you, and the trait of a killer is increased crit percent chance. So I don't know how to tell you this, guys, but this is really, really stressful as a monster. Everybody knows you don't mess with a killer.
Yeah. And also, I see Cyclone GU in the chat. Your character in this game? Yes. In 1997, so if you have the name before then, you were the original Cyclone.
Yes.
Oh, I saw an egg on Donnchadh H's side, actually.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if he spotted that as well.
Yeah, so scouting is really important in this game, and one way to scout is actually to, when you get to a new floor, the camera is gonna appear on the top left part of the screen, and it's gonna rotate around up to you. So by the time it actually goes across the map up to you, you can see a little bit of the floor layout, and this is really important to concentrate to get as many information as you can. So finding an egg, finding a magic ball, and actually most of the time finding the actual elevator to the next floor is what you want to see. Sometimes you won't, but you still want to make sure you concentrate on that.
So yeah, so the Cyclone actually monster, it was just to continue that thought, is actually really sought after for casual playthroughs because it actually has a hidden trait on it where if you fuse it with monsters, they only use up half their MP for attacks plus mixture magic, which makes everything so much nicer.
So Cyclone GU is pretty much the original FMP monster, so that's cool.
DonForgo is surrounded by 2 U-boats. Thankfully, he was closer to the...
Oh yeah, you want to get out of there as quickly as possible. U-boats are scary.
He's 8 HP right now, so
that is scary. Like, we always talk about what's the worst monster in the tower, and yeah, killers come out a lot. Krakens, of course. U-boats, it's not that they are the worst, it's just that they always strike the first, which is horrible. And it's mostly because you find these on such low level that they might not be the biggest threat, like they won't one-shot you ever. But at that time, you generally have so little resources and you try to keep them for the higher floors, and the fact that you get first strike, just add all these together, and U-boats, in my opinion, the worst monster in the tower. It's not the toughest, but it's the one that's gonna give you the most problems, and that will end the most runs, in my opinion.
Yeah, and you can see that Don is... DonForgo, sorry, so used to calling when he wanted Don. DonForgo is actually basically playing this game like a puzzle game. You saw he took that one corridor super, super slow.
Yes.
And that's because, again, when he moves... the enemies move, and if the U-boat would have caught up to him, and if he didn't take it super seriously, he would be easily dead. Because I think they do roughly 13 damage with his current shield.
I'd say 10 plus, yes.
Yeah, absolutely. And he had like 12 HP, so at that point, with the bloom, he'd be guaranteed to die.
Yes. So Donnchadh H is in a good spot right now in terms of HP, and he's got a recovery ball and medicinal herb.
And a restore scroll too.
Oh, and he still goes for the egg bomb, just to tell you the strength of a freaking U-boat.
Yeah. So the egg bombs are super overpowered, but eventually they aren't. And a lot of runners actually have died thinking, I'm going to throw this thing and I'm going to get out of this dangerous situation.
Yeah, so in this
and
game...
all that ends up is happening is like, oops, you wasted an egg. Isn't that
Absolutely. So in this game, you have a Pokemon-like type of game where you can actually get an egg from any monster in the game, bring it back home, and raise it as your own pet. So this is generally, casually speaking, the type of things you're always going to get into the tower and always get excited about. But in this game, we never go back to town, so we never use these eggs to actually get new permanent pet. But you can do a lot of things still with these eggs, and one of them is actually egg bombing. And egg bombing is throwing an egg at an enemy. It's gonna open up, the monster's gonna go out and attack, but the problem can be that it's still affected by hit rates, and it can miss. And if it does, well, you are in trouble.
Okay, that's a really good move by DonForgo. Also, Decurse Scroll for Donnchadh H. Using the... okay, cool. It's not going to be a curse one as well, so he's going to go for just a two-shotting of the clown.
28. Oh, that is really good, though.
Yeah, even with the odd or the off element, equipping a wand is still more beneficial than trying to swing with a sword. You're never going to be able to do damage. Even later on like the top floors, you'll be lucky to do 2 damage to certain monsters.
Yes, and like it's said in chat, Palumpa never does 60 damage. That's definitely only an egg bombing thing. Yeah. Palumpa generally deals 1 damage, and sometimes it crits for 2, but sometimes it crits for 1. So
a slow trap on Donnchadh H's
Oh
side.
yeah.
And
but there's a
one,
Scarlet one. Damn.
Which is -1 and cursed.
Okay, so that's kind of tough actually. Okay, the Cure Scroll, but it cannot bring it back to.
Yeah, wands cannot be tempered, so it's going to be. It has a paralysis wand. So he's going to take the buff, but he's going to be doing 1 less damage. And fun fact, that makes a big difference.
Yes, it actually does. Yeah.
I was like,
but
when
it's
people
a good upgrade, honestly.
Oh, it's going to be a massive upgrade. He's going to be able to one-shot the clown. Oh, no, 22.
Well, you see that Gulf one is actually doing a little bit more damage.
Yeah, and the thing is, the Gulf one actually is pretty good because obviously you're doing a fire mixture magic, but when you're using the Gulf wand, you still technically have an elemental advantage, and it does actually add a good chunk of damage.
Yes.
So even Scarlet Wand is really sought after. Having one of the other ones actually is really cool.
Oh, I agree. Like we saw actually, Fulfidaritis rock the 3 elemental shield in 1 round, and she wasn't killable. So I think options is interesting. It's just that you need to have a Decur Scroll when you're doing these, because if you get stuck with one of the 3, you're in trouble.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening on DonForgo's side right now. Oh, there he goes. Maybe just having to do something on his side or something on those lines.
Probably.
Yeah, but you can see roughly 26 damage with these wands compared to before. They were doing 11 or 15 with the sword.
Yes.
It exponentially grows even more so, and you are going to have that much more of an advantage. Like again, they can now 2-shot blooms versus I think 4-shot initially with.
Probably around about 3, but yeah, this is a big difference.
DonForgo's on phone with a client. Okay. Dedication to your job there, man.
Yeah, it's really important to focus on the important things in life, so stop talking to them and come back to the tournament, right?
Zero dreams is life.
Azure dreams is life.
Until the tower decides you don't want to live anymore. Oh, Donnchadh H has a paralyzed Queenie.
Yes, and you actually do the right thing. You want to pick it up at that point and just make it travel with you.
Yeah.
Same when you get confused. Some people seem to not know that, but when Cunie's confused, he can start attacking you. You actually attack randomly around him all the time.
Plus,
if you
he likes
pick
to
him
use
up,
Brid.
and he likes to spend all his mana doing grid.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can actually pick him up and just move around with him. So that's cool.
So actually, I'd say both runners right now are comfortably like they have good amount of resources. They both have wands. I don't think I'd probably put DonForgo better for resources right now because I do believe he has Ice Rock Ball as well.
Yes.
But when it comes down to it, both these players are doing really, really... Oh, Dream and Egg, yuck.
Right.
Donnchadh H with a little vigorous no, basically.
Yeah,
no
see
one
what
wants to see
saying
Dream and Egg.
Nope, that's not the worst. Like, it could be worse. It could be a pick attack, but then...
Yeah, the throwing a pick egg, they attack for 2 times, but it hits for 2 damage each time, so it's a worthless egg bomb.
Oh yeah, it's horrible.
Again, going back to the egg bombs briefly, we can... a lot of runners. Oh wow, I didn't realize DonForgo had such little HP.
Oh yeah, he's playing with his resources.
He should definitely have Queenie just straight up kill the Dreamin'.
Change it to AI 1, probably a good move there.
Yeah, because now the troll with the troll gun is walking towards him.
Oh yeah, and if he shoots across, he's dead. I think he's far enough so that the troll won't shoot.
Yes, it's 4 spaces within is when they'll start targeting you.
Yeah, but
he has a
to
good
watch
chance.
those diagonals, yeah. Okay, no. 13 HP though, he's good, so that's not a problem. So he's probably okay on the... Well, he could still die from them, but he should feel confident about the Griffin's snipes, because he's got the mirror shield. It's not a 100% proc, but it's probably 80 plus, so...
Smoky Martini will absolutely tell you who's ahead. In the top left-hand corner, you can see the floor number. And so basically, to explain the tournament for anyone who's brand new, who's lurking or whatever, this is the Rock Me to the Top tournament. It's a variant on our 90% run. And basically, the whole goal is to get a higher floor than your opponents in a 1-hour time limit. And basically, we're not expecting anyone to get to floor 40. Honestly, floor 20 is probably the average most runners will be able to get to before dying, or their opponent dies, truthfully. And with that is technically Donnchadh H is ahead. Again, he's kind of booking it up, and he's probably going to regret it, and hopefully he stays away from all of the Krakens and stuff that are going to be around here. Another Scarlet Wand? He can't equip it because the bank is full. This is where you... okay. Kraken is slowly approaching him.
Yeah, he needs to deal with this Kraken first. Yeah, he's gonna bring his Scarlet Wand. Oh, and he's
the Kraken walked away.
Oh, that's a lucky break.
Okay, so I'll explain what happened there. So basically, the Queenie actually caused the Kraken to try to attack.
Yes.
But because he tried to attack and Queenie moved away, his input was eaten and he didn't do anything.
Exactly. That does happen from time to time.
So basically, the 1 space away Kraken became 2 spaces away, and when you leave the room, the enemy doesn't aggro you anymore, because it's like, oh, you're not... He's like, you don't exist anymore. Oh no.
This is something we're getting good at, but we're still discovering new things from time to time. Enemies, AI, we know that from the beginning, but we're getting good at controlling it and manipulating it. Enemies AI completely change depending if they are in a room or in a corridor connecting 2 rooms. So you can manipulate that. A monster always sees you if it's in the same room. Even if the room is gigantic, because sometimes this happens, the room is gigantic and you actually cannot even see the monster if it's so far away. Even in this situation, enemies know where you are and they're gonna be homing at you like there's no tomorrow. But on the other side, if you're in a corridor and the monster is actually in a room and there's the door between you, so there's nothing blocking his line of sight, and you feel like it sees you, it doesn't.
Okay, that's amazing.
Wow!
That troll is the worst shot in the world.
Oh yeah, that's the worst. He could be taken as a stormtrooper, man.
Yeah, I have never seen a triple miss.
A triple miss! Wow, you didn't miss.
It's only about it's probably like a 15% chance for a troll gun to miss, basically.
Double miss, man! Oh, triple miss again! All the stormtroopers in the world!
Okay, that is stupid. That is... I
awesome.
legitimately have never seen... Yeah, there you go, that's normal. You hit, then hit.
The double triple! Alright, okay.
That is really dumb. That is actually really, really dumb. I love that.
But he's in real trouble now, though. Okay, so it needs to make sure that the ice rock doesn't dodge. Okay, that's good.
Somehow, yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Oh, Queenie's outside the room?
That might not be a bad thing, and you gotta know, though, that trolls will never actually attack the ice rock. They always aim at Ko no matter what. And I think Miles is actually pretty clever. No, I think that's pretty clever. The other guys go, oh no.
No, it takes 1 turn for the Mahel to be used.
Yeah, I know, but I thought the volcano would hit the ice rock. Oh. Yeah,
and like, that's the thing. And Donnchadh H technically does get the point because he died at a lower floor than him.
Yes.
But yeah, that is... See, and this is why it's really crucial to think of this game more as a puzzle game than an RPG at times. Because exactly what happens there is, again, like, you have to bank on every single turn happening as you intended.
Yes. Oh damn! And Donnchadh is in real trouble too. So
Yeah, he stepped on a slow trap, but he didn't use a holy bell, so he's
yes. But
So,
it was
yeah.
scary, even though he knew he was safe. Wow. All right. But you know, DonForgo doesn't have to feel bad at all because I would probably have done the exact same in the same situation. I would have risked the Mael seed there and got aced and get out of the room. I would have been sure that volcano would have hit the ice rock. I knew the troll would hit him, but he couldn't take that. Oh man.
Yeah, no, I was 100. I'm going to count them down, and I'll join you in a sec, sir. 1 second.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But that was a super cool race one. Like the guy says in chat, we absolutely have a best of 3. So DonForgo can get back, and that was a cool race. I want another one like that. That was hype. And we're gonna be ready for the second match. I hope Donnchadh will reset his timer, and or DonForgo will be on time on this.
They said they were both ready when I counted them down, so
That's all right. I can run one if necessary.
Yeah.
I actually have one up now. Just making sure that I catch the beginning here.
Nope. Donnchadh H went into the demo, and
Okay, no. DonForgo's got it.
We'll go by DonForgo's. Why did it end? Because Donnchadh H was on floor 13 when DonForgo died on floor 10.
Yes.
So since DonForgo was knocked out beneath him on a floor count level, Donnchadh H automatically gets the point. If they were both on the same floor, whoever got to the higher floor, if someone were able to get to floor 14, then that person would get the point. And if they both die on the same floor, it's whoever got there first. And since Donnchadh H was on floor 13 first and higher, he gets the point for the match.
Yes, exactly. So we're gonna go
at time for questions, chat.
Oh yeah, absolutely. If you guys, I see a lot of new names. If you guys have questions, we have 6 minutes to kill before the actual they get to floor 2, because floor 1 isn't randomized. So we know they're gonna get their copper sword, their wooden shield, their medicinal herb, their fireball, and their palumpa egg. But then starting floor 2, this is gonna be a little bit more dangerous and a little bit more randomized, and that's where we generally start commentating more.
That is a great question. How brutal is it to get into this? Actually, not bad. We actually have a couple guides. Sand Knight has made a great tutorial list of videos as well. I've done a tutorial on AI1 manipulation. We have a guide on Google Docs. We're more than happy to help new runners. I'm more than happy. Now I'm done my university term, I'll probably do a couple tutorial streams for people who want to ask questions, and I can explain things on the fly to them.
Yes, the game is absolutely hard as heck. Like what you said is really true. But
we make it easy. It's not easy.
Yeah, but we do have ways to mitigate like the feeling of being a noob in a really rough game. So what we generally do, I've talked a little bit about that, but we do have smaller categories like first at 10, first at 20, first at 30, and any percent, which is for the getting to floor 40. And we allow multi-submitting. So even if you try to do an 80% run, which these guys are doing right now, and you end up dying at floor 22, well, you can submit the time at first at 10 and your time at first at 20. So that is kind of cool because you always feel like you're at least improving on your first at 10 floor, and then you'll get at 20 and you'll be able to submit for that, and you always feel like you're improving.
Yeah. And the thing is, actually, Captain Luigi destroyed the time for first at 10.
Yes,
he
so you won't
10
fight
floors from the first moment outside Ko's house in 3 minutes and 6 seconds.
Yes, and that does include 1 minute of tutorial.
But he did skip Queenie doing a glitch entry to avoid that. So
okay, so that does include glitch entry.
Yes. So just as a thing, it is incredible to watch that run. It was like done during one of the tournament matches. He's grinding it down and accidentally got it. So actually, you'll hear me doing commentary for another match in that this desktop audio. But it's one of the weirdest runs to see because he keeps spawning in the elevator room like 7 out of 9 times.
Yes.
But
that was a crazy run to watch. But if you want to fight for the first at 10th floor. Try to beat your PB. Don't try to beat that time. That's kind of a crazy
Oh
time.
race against yourself. Don't race against others. Everyone.
Race against others. Just don't race against Luigi.
Yeah, fair enough. But the thing is, like, our mentality for more or less, like, yes, we're versing each other in the tournament, but we're all just trying to see how well we can do. Like, in the grand scheme of things, we're all having fun. We're playing a game we love. We had a couple of new runners, like Professor Palmer, completely going into this blind just to have fun. Like, it's a good game just to pick up and try.
Oh yeah.
But honestly, like, I just if you're planning to get into this game, just ask us questions. Join our Discord. I'm pretty sure someone linked it. If not, they can link it again.
And we talked about player committing blind like Professor Palmer, but we have to say still that even though you had dabbled into speedrunning this game, and I had to, and the Darcis had to, we still have to say that this community is pretty new. We have 2 months right now. 2 months and a week, I think.
Yeah, 2 months and a week now for our Discord, and we're at like 140 members, I want to say. I haven't seen how many people joined recently.
We've probably passed 150 right now. So.
Oh, jeez.
Oh yeah, this is growing kind of big. But it means that even though a few of us had still dabbled in it, getting like real good and practicing a lot is a new thing, even for the quotation mark more experienced player. So everybody's growing strides, and we're just learning through watching others and practicing more than we ever did before. And we kind of all are going blind into this. This is all new. Like, this rule set is new. The tournament is new. Like, this is really fun, and it's fun to see people getting better at it.
Yeah, and like I said before, 153 people. Yeah, that's insane.
In 2 months, that's kind of a lot.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, everyone is improving at such a drastic rate. Next time we do one of these tournaments, I can see people literally aiming for the top, not just going as high as possible.
Yes, absolutely.
Like, best
that
of
doesn't
one,
mean it will happen.
Multiple re-entries allowed, basically, and at that point, like, who knows? Like, everyone can pretty much get any percent time on the leaderboard, which would be insane.
Yes. Thank you, Panda Capray. We talked a lot about how we wanted to do this before starting the whole tournament, and I thought the 1 hour limit was definitely what solidified this as a very fun to watch type of tournament race.
Yeah, if it would have been 40 minutes, there'd be no chance of anyone, because again, the world record for any percent is 39 minutes from.
Oh yeah, and that 39 doesn't exist. That doesn't make sense. This run is so crazy. Yeah, like I said, I have a 54, and I think this is a pretty decent run.
I have an hour and 48 seconds.
Yes.
And I PB'd by 28 minutes on my old time, and my first time completing it on the first go was 2 hours and 58 minutes or something.
Which seems about right.
Yeah, which is obscene. Some scrub. Also, again, have fun in our community. Like, people poke fun all the time, but we poke fun at each other. We do it all for fun. We don't actually be malice.
Absolutely. We do this for fun. Absolutely. So there's 40 floors into the tower, which are separated in chunk, and generally chunk of 3 to 4 floors. You'll see completely the tile set, and the music will change when we change a chunk. And we're gonna see new monster introduced, and each and every time you change into a new environment, it generally comes with a giant increase in monster strength. As we see DonForgo actually get warped and Cunie's in battle, and he didn't change the AI, and he needs to do that now. Okay, I think he realized that it was a problem. Okay, and Cunie's gonna fight back now.
That's a Plumpa, thankfully.
Yes.
If it was anything other than that, it would have been dead. He already hit like 5 times, and...
Oh, this is scary.
4 HP, that's actually, he's versing another Plumpa.
Yeah, it might be good.
Yeah, 3 experience. That was a noise.
Oh, and here's Cunie. Alright. So this is definitely the scariest trap in the game. I mean, a paralyzed trap could be much worse than a warp one, but the warp one still gives you the feeling that there's hope you can find Cunie back, and this is really not good for your heart.
Well, that also, if you get warped away, is terrifying, because you might get warped in a room that you're unfamiliar with, or away from the elevator. If Queen gets warped away, same thing, but you don't know how the rows connect. So again, you have to try to find him and do whatever. But on top of that, if you get a warp trap at like floor 20, say goodbye to your familiar. Like, you're not getting it back. It's going to get hit twice and die.
Well, actually, on floor 20, if you are yourself and CUNY together, you cannot fight. You're too weak. So separate him from you, it's just even worse. One enemy is going to take that CUNY down in no problem.
Yeah, and like Captain Lead is linking, we also, in the resource, I believe in the resource section of the Sudan.com page is the Google Doc.
Oh yeah, with the explanations, yeah. And there's tutorial on YouTube. You probably just type as your dream tutorial.
Oh, sorry, it's under guides, yes.
Oh yeah.
And we're working on it. Give us feedback if we miss something.
Explain and yeah, the Scarlet one, is it cursed? DonForgo, show us if it's cursed.
I don't think it was. I didn't hear the noise.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Even if you skip the text box, you would be able to hear a little clunk
the
noise.
Clunk, yeah. Okay, so I guess it's not. So that Scarlet one is gonna be wonderful for DonForgo. So I've touched about it a little bit, but any one, increase your mixed magic power by 25%. And since it really grows stronger by getting levels on CUNY, it generally becomes very powerful very quickly. So increasing 25% damage on top of everything gonna makes it a very powerful weapon. But the Scarlet one is not only a 1, it's also a fire one. So it also increased fire mixed magic by another 25%. And so just add these two things together and you have a very powerful weapon.
That's a cursed steel shield though.
Yes, but Steel Shield is so powerful that even curse, I don't care. It's
honestly, yeah. Unless it rusts a couple times, you're still good.
Yes, of course, yes.
Water crystal. Also, we actually explained. If you walk over an item normally, you pick it up. What the runners are doing is just before they step on it, they're holding down the circle button, and they're actually viewing the item before putting it in their inventory, thus saving time and inventory management. Yes. And they're doing it so quick, we actually haven't mentioned it at all.
Yes. Martini, the timer is actually just to make sure that they don't go over an hour. So there's a time limit there. What you should be looking at right now is not so much as the time, as mostly the floor, the level they are at, and what their inventory look like. So that's pretty much what's most important, because this match could end up before the hours. If somebody dies, well, timer was for nothing. This timer is there in the background to make sure that these runners never starts grinding or taking too much time doing things. They could, but each and every time they're going to do that, they're going to give a big chance to their opponent to be there, take the lead. And we have a rules that makes it so if it ends up in a tie, both player dies on floor 10, for example.
Yeah.
First one who got there actually wins the race. So
yeah, as Kemo points out that.
Yes.
Yeah. And honestly, that's actually was one of the big draws when Sandlight was pitching the idea for the tournament. Is if what happens if someone were to make it to floor 13 and both of them were to make it to floor 13, and we're like, well, it's speed running, so theoretically they should whoever got there first is faster. So that's the point, right? And it's and throughout this tournament, that has played a huge role.
Absolutely.
In people just booking it, just try to get that little bit of advantage above their opponent.
Yeah,
because if they think they're going to die, they're going to try to go for one more floor just really quickly.
Yes, and this is doubly true because we actually let people watch the stream. So you can actually watch your opponent's stream while you're playing, because this is randomized, but to the point where they don't play the same seed. So it's not because you see a Scarlet one on DonForgo side that Donnchadh knows that he would get one. He won't, or he might, but that would be randomness. So if you do watch your opponent, which most people do, I know some people don't, but most people do, you will feel pressed for time if you see you're behind. And that's
I actually don't watch.
And I get why. That extra stress of knowing you're behind will make you play a little bit riskier, and that might be your downfall.
Yeah, because also I saw Donnchadh H actually has 2 Aleem fruits in his inventory, which is amazing.
Oh yes, absolutely.
And
so
I think that's actually the first Aleem fruits, even in the expedition matches, we've actually seen.
That is true, actually. Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of these.
No, normally actually a little bit more common. I don't really know why they're so hidden all of a sudden, but whatever.
Yes. So the Hulim fruit you can throw at an enemy and it will teleport it out of the tower. So it's not actually teleported somehow. It's just disintegrated. It's out of the existence. You don't get EXP for it, but this is a quick way of getting out of trouble. So that Ulim fruit is those 2 Ulim fruits are 2 get out of jail free card, and yeah, it's Donnchadh that does have these 2 Ulim fruits.
Yeah, and honestly, I'd honestly put again DonForgo probably a little more of an advantage. If he can keep his HP manageable, having the Scarlet Wand will save him more for the first early floors. But eventually,
Yes.
you get to the you need to get out of a situation. The Ulim fruit is going to save Donnchadh H every single time.
Yes.
Because this game's pretty generous. Oh, there goes a balloon. If you, for the most part, if you're able to deal with a threat, that's great. But don't bank on ever being able to beat every single monster.
Oh yeah, of course not. So generally what you want to do, we've talked a little bit about that, but I might want to finish it. On floor 1 to 5, you want to explore every room on that floor to build your inventory. This is going to be important because starting on floor 6, you're going to start seeing some few water monster, and there's an elemental triangle here, so fire beats wind, wind beats water, and water beats fire. And since you use a very fire-heavy setup in the beginning with the mixed magic from your monster, these water monsters are going to be painful. We see a bloom on DonForgo's side. This thing is really hard to kill, and he's got a very, very powerful weapon. It still took 3 hits to kill it, so...
Ooh, a restore scroll though.
Restore scroll though. So starting from floor 7, like 6 is still debated, but floor 7, you generally don't want to be there at all. So as soon as you find an elevator, you book it. Getting to floor 10, the enemies are tough, but they're not water, so generally people will start grinding a little bit again, catching up in levels, getting some EXP, getting some new items, because you might have spent a few getting through these 7, 8, and 9th floor. But yeah, at the end of the day, you want to make sure that these 3 floors goes as quickly as possible. And 6th, well, generally you want to do that quickly too.
Yeah, actually, like Smokey Martini and Guri are talking about going to floor 40, it has happened in the tournament in less than an hour.
Yes.
And that's insane.
Yes.
Because the thing is, like, this was actually when Dadarus was running it and grinding down his time. He did roughly close to 250 attempts or something like that to get his time. We did it, like, I think Captain Luigi's done it 4 times, I think, on practice runs.
During practice, yeah, we've seen a lot of these during practices. It's
Yeah, but
still
the thing is-
very rare, but yeah.
The knowledge we now have of the game, since we now have a newfound community,
Yes.
we are able to consistently do 80% at a higher consistency than it was previously able
Absolutely.
to. And it's amazing because, again, we're like, I educated people about the AI1 strats that Dadarus has never used and stuff like that. And then you keep going on the other thing. And why is Dawn exploring floor 6? I know he's a Scarlet Wand, but it drives me insane. I would
Oh,
just
no.
leave.
I disagree there, though. If you have a Scarlet One and a Steel Shield, I'd explore floor 6. It's very rare I would, and I would need the crazy good setup to start exploring that floor in particular, but he's got good gear. I'd do it.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Donnchadh H has he has a cursed copper shield.
Oh, yeah.
So,
No, -1, so it's probably from a rust trap.
Yeah.
But yeah, right now on Donnchadh's side, he's not very good on equipment, so I wouldn't explore floor 6 with that setup. I'd make sure... Okay, but he didn't find the elevator, now he has it. I would go at... Oh, that is bad. That slam trap when you get in melee with a balloon, that's not good.
Yeah, and the thing is, if you find one trap, it's most likely another. Actually, he could have shoved and taken.
Oh,
the
I
hits.
think that would have been clever, yeah.
Yeah, that's actually a mechanic a lot of people aren't aware of. It's actually if you shove the monster by holding the direction into them, if there's a space open, you actually can shove the monster going down a hole where they can't attack you.
Yes.
And it's situational, but it does help.
Yes. Oh, he's got lucky though, and the after being hit, the balloon just teleported away. So no foul, he just moves on. That's good.
He's very lucky on that one.
Yes, but you take that luck and you run with it. And right now, Donnchadh is going to be looking at that for that elevator as quickly as possible, because if floor 6 was trouble, floor 7 is a death sentence. You
Yeah,
want to
and
get
also-
out of here as quickly as possible.
And DonForgo, not capitalizing on the height differences. He was one space away. If he would have walked backwards, he
Yes.
would have taken less damage and done more damage. And again, HP is a resource. Any chance you had to save your HP, because eventually, again, you're banking on dying in 2 hits. You really,
Yes.
really want to make sure you don't take excessive hits, and that's why Scarlet 1 is so important, because you're now you're killing things in 2 hits instead of 3.
Yes.
And you can see on Donnchadh H's side, he was fighting a clone there. Okay, I thought it was a real Manova.
Oh no, that was a clone, yeah.
He really should be banking on, like, just getting his HP back and avoiding. Oh, an egg for DonForgo though.
Oh, that is good, and we've seen
Floor 7.
DonForgo.
Yeah, floor 7's an interesting floor to get an egg on.
Yep, you can get blooms and clowns, so everything you need.
And again, with the Scarlet Wand, and also, yeah, if anyone hatches a clown, once they get the blue collar, it'll be fused into Queenie.
Generally, yes, especially with the Scarlet one.
Yeah. Because you will be doing so much damage with the double spell levels. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I think okay, thank you. Don5 realized he's using a wand. He does not need a red sand. He's been having that in his inventory forever. It has been driving me insane as well.
Yeah, I generally keep some when I don't know what I'm gonna end up equipping, and that's true that sometimes I ever forget of removing them once I find a good one.
Actually, yeah, throwing swords is also very viable.
Yes.
They do your normal attack against the monster. Again, eventually it's going to be doing 1 damage.
True, but before then it's really good.
Yeah.
14 damage there. That
It's
could be
HP
the difference.
management. Yep.
Should be a one-shot, yeah, absolutely.
You ever saw Godfather at all, DonForgo? Shame. Still one of my favorite movies.
Oh,
it's
that's
about an
legend.
olive oil company gone wrong, essentially, when it comes down to it.
Pretty much.
So,
Alright.
still no Roche fruit, so shame on both runners. Everyone's been fighting them recently.
Right now,
Ooh,
actually,
ooh.
oh, that's gonna be painful.
Does he have a familiar bill, or...?
Now is gonna be banking on what? 2? I like that. I like that from Donnchadh H. AI2 is actually telling your monster not to fight anymore.
Yeah,
So
just
each
move.
and every turn, he's just gonna move randomly because he cannot find you.
Oh, no!
And oh man, that is so
Oh,
bad.
he's fine. Okay.
Okay, he's fine. Well, fine. Define fine.
Not dead at this point.
Okay,
like,
then he's fine.
yeah, that is again. But the problem is you don't know which direction
Oh yeah.
Queenie went in. Oh, go up trap.
Oh
There you
yeah,
go.
take that go up trap. Take that go up trap. Oh no, he's not gonna take the go up trap.
No, he's going back now. 16.
Oh, that's a blue.
Like a U-boat, it's gonna die.
And it's dead. Oh, 1 step from the elevator.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
You're 3 steps from the elevator for that one. He's 1 step from the go up trap. There.
So we were talking about 4, 7, 8, and 9 to be your death sentence. That's
Oh,
what
that's
happened.
harsh.
Well, that was also 2 very bad traps, honestly. Nothing you could have done there.
Don't use the fire. Don't use the fire. It's on the wrong perspective.
Oh yeah, that's true. So
Look
to
at the
make
green
sure,
mini-map.
yes, the mini map is definitely really important when you want to.
There you go.
Oh man.
There we go.
But
So
I guess
that-
he feel like a little bit stressed, and it was an intense death and bad trap setup. So sometimes you just make small mistakes after
pillar.
recovering from. But yeah, that pillar ball is gonna do this.
Yeah, so he has the Iron Sword +2. That's really good. He does have something he can do damage with at least.
Yes.
But when it comes down to it, losing Queenie is going to cost him big since he also had the Scarlet Wand.
Yeah,
That's
so
the
we
thing,
might
is-
see game 3 here, and I'd like that.
Oh yeah, I always love to see a game 3.
DonForgo is out on his trail. He's got the good gear. He's taking his
He has a
time,
Restore
like
Scroll.
you
He has 2 blues. Like, once he's
Yeah.
able to actually uncurse that shield.
And he's taking up 2 CCs, and I don't know why he wants to do that. Definitely not to use on an enemy.
He
He
might-
might be going for a Water Cuny
Possibly.
with a Scarlet Wand.
The boost still helps, and the neutral damage still helps better than doing less damage.
Once you have the Scarlet one, I don't feel like you want to do that.
Peter Fruit, okay, that doesn't help him. Yeah, so I think DonForgo will probably try to push it. And also, with our, again, new timing rules to the actual any percent stuff, we'll be starting from new movement. Getting to floor 10 in under 20 minutes is still actually really respectable. Because congratulations, you should beat a quarter of the game in 20 minutes.
Yes, absolutely.
Like, look at it that way. And again, 39 minutes to do all 40 floors. This is incredible.
In tournament settings, even though the higher floor are really tougher, you generally tend to stop fighting and looking for gear at that point. You either have what you need or you're not going to make it. So at that point, you start bailing out. And this is really weird because evens in runs that got up to floor 40, they generally were at floor 20 after 40 minutes. So it's not half an hour for half the tower. It's generally much longer for the first half, and then it gets quicker. Yeah,
it's a slow burn. I think they call it, right?
Yeah, might be. So that it's not because there's already 25 minutes passed and they're only at floor 10. Well, that's actually a pretty decent pace. They're going at it pretty good. So.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that's true. Donnchadh H has actually gone watch list to floor 22. We have a couple meme categories, and
yes, that is true.
That was one of them, and that was really dumb that he's able to get that high with that monster.
Oh yeah,
again, the
from
game
the beginning,
died. And what's the stat? Is also 2. Okay. He has 2 elevators in the same room. Sometimes this game actually does spawn up to 3 elevators per floor. What I've seen, I've never seen a 4, but I have seen 3.
Yes. So
watch the trend on DonForgo's side.
So yeah, Shidowari, absolutely. It was supposed to be the match of the evening, and Kane the Brain was super generous to come and just do an exhibition match, and it was supposed to be an exhibition match, and that's it, we move on. And we were gonna reschedule that match, but then at the end, Donnchadh successfully recovered and repaired his stream, and then we decided that we would probably try and do that match since everybody was up for it. But a big thank you to King the Brain to actually just came out of nowhere and just said, "Oh, I'm up for it. I'll do this." 5 minutes prior, so that's really cool of him.
Actually, I want to see a game 3 between them because they're both at 1 apiece. I want to see that later.
Maybe, absolutely. They need to deal with that best of 3.
Yeah, and also DonForgo actually slowed in front of a bloom. I don't.
I think it's still fine, but that's not a fun thing.
No, that's still going to be about 11 damage or so. 9, okay. That's sorry, so -1.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. 9 damage is pretty
There
nice.
you go.
That Scarlet one is doing wonder.
Oh, it is, but he wants to make sure he...
And that's slow ended, so that's good.
He's going that one then, so he has at least a good source of experience with these floors without getting damaged.
Yeah, Captain Luigi, I made sure to check that out before we started this. There was nobody after us, so yeah, we should be alright.
Yeah, Saturday was organizing all the stuff while I was on stream blabbering. So.
That's why it took me so long, but at least we're sure that everything should be covered.
Decurse Scroll for Donnchadh H. He finally got rid of that copper shield, and he got critted for 21 damage!
Ooh, that crit, though.
Definitely a time of fruit time. No, don't bang on egg.
Wait, it worked?
Okay.
Oh,
it did hit. I still trust Plumpa. It's missed too many times in tournament settings.
Oh, I would have gone with the tuna fruit 100% of the time here. But that's good. So he spent the egg that could miss, and now he has the tuna that can't, so
yeah,
that's good.
Oh, on the other side of the world is her. Yes, go.
Okay. So floor 12 is... Like, we've talked about U-boats and how dangerous they are. We talked about floor 10 and 11, where even though enemies are dangerous, that's still where you generally catch up in levels. Well, Donnchadh couldn't... Oh, that's a go-up trap. You want to use that, my friend? Yep. He's not going to be looking for the collar. He doesn't even have 1 pet. Why are you using 2?
Yeah, and then there's also... Oh, dear. DonForgo has too much stuff. And he's holding on to the blue sands because he has all the shields that he wants to do. He has an ice shield and all this other stuff. And sea seeds for whatever reason. I don't know.
Yeah, I want to see a Decurse Scroll somewhere.
Yeah, but he's, again, picking up a Holy Scroll. Can't ignore those. They make everything friendly. And chat is going really fast. Oh, that was a Kraken. Yeah, get rid of the Kraken. Time of Fruits lasts for about 8-9 turns. You can definitely take the electricity damage and get rid of them.
Yes,
But
absolutely.
unfortunately, they have like 50 health, so
Ooh, that's a rough spot for DonForgo, but he's out, so that's good. At least that's a level up on Donnchadh H side, so getting a chance to kill that Kraken definitely gave you a lot of XP. Alright.
Oh, so big props to Captain Luigi for posting all the links and everything in chat and Discord. I've been seeing you do a lot of work with people get all the information they need, man. So
Yeah, I
seriously,
was
props on
actually
that.
gonna say exactly the same. This guy has been linking 17 different things at the same times to watching chat, watching the Discord while we're not here,
And watching the runs at the same time.
and watching the
commenting on
rounds
them.
and commenting on them. Yeah, exactly. So thank you very much,
Recovery
Luigi.
ball. That was actually a good use of recovery ball. Is he kept it on the
Yes.
ground, used it from his feet, so he didn't have to pick it up, and then he's left it there because he's bomb trap.
Okay.
Remember those items were and and a crit. Gotta love the crits in this game. It's a lot higher than what you think the percentage is, and is never on your favor.
Nope. Okay, and Donnchadh is a frog, so that's that. There's that.
Oh.
And he's
He
not a
got
frog
better.
anymore. Yeah, he got better. She turned me into a newt,
I got better.
but I got better.
Okay, Donnchadh H should bank on that. I was gonna say, right when you walk in front of it, he's gonna cast his eyes. 24 damage.
Oh yeah, you don't want to mess with these griffins. They
No,
can snipe
but
you from
I would
afar.
still do that. Full HP, I would still bank on that, but hopefully you don't spawn a room with. Okay, great, that's fine.
A sleeping Gerudo, you can pick it up even.
Yes, even though it has an anchor.
Yep.
Is
So
he
do you? Yep. You one
Oh, he
other
has 2
step.
fireballs and a pillar, actually, so...
Oh yeah. Okay.
What is he doing? Oh,
Oh wow.
no.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Okay. He's putting a dead Ursus there, just grabbing it.
Oh
What the
yeah,
hell?
absolutely. Yeah, Captain Luigi Griffin, so 360 no scopes the player all the time, so
Yeah. Ooh, raise the elevator. So again, even though Donnchadh H is at a disadvantage without Queenie, he is going on floor 15 now.
yeah, you want to make the pressure on DonForgo at all time. That advantage can end anytime. He gets into a bad room, a new floor, something like that. But as much as he can keep it, he's gonna make sure to do it. And right now that works, but that's a bad movement, and he's losing ground.
Yes, and as well on DonForgo's side, he's going for an egg bomb. He's going for the Plumpa, and
Yeah,
the Plumpa gets electrified as it dies.
Yes, but I like that much more because he used the Balumpa egg while he was at full HP. So even if it missed, he had a chance to make up for it. If Donnchadh Balumpa would have missed, that was the end of his run.
Honestly, I'm actually really surprised that I don't think Donnchadh H picked up the blue collar.
Donnchadh H didn't pick up the blue collar, but
Yeah.
he doesn't have a monster, so...
Well, the thing is, I know, but like it's still something like you really want because you can't really go back and get it ever.
Oh yeah, but I think at that point, even if you get one monster, maybe he would hatch one and use it, but he's not gonna get two.
No. Oh, good. Gotta love the new elves, which are taking all the time in the world on Donnchadh H's side.
On both sides,
Earth
actually.
shield though, so he's gonna be okay for these floors actually, because the fire
It
monsters
wasn't-
are gonna disappear for a while.
Yeah, it was cursed even.
No, it was fine. Yeah, so he can switch back out a bit if he needs to, and he has a scorch shield too to block the Gerudos.
Yeah. So the only stressing monster right now would be the sword trolls.
There you go, DonForgo figuring it out. He realized if he stands inside of the Holy
Beam of
Scroll,
Light, yep.
yeah, he switched places with Newell, so now he can do mixture magic and get rid of this really annoying Newell.
Yes.
And he has an out friend, which is just kind of doing whatever. All he had to do is walk one room. And that's how much this game kind of sucks every now and then. When you're, oh, he's gonna go for the experience against Newell.
Oh, he's gonna kill his own monster for the XP? That's pretty
No,
clever.
that was a Holy Scroll one.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
For the XP, that's good.
Yeah, well, you might as well if you're going up a floor. I don't know what their MP level's at, or MP level is for DonForgo for Queenie.
But he still got 2 eggs, I think, so he can at least feed that. And yeah, like you guys say, DonForgo is not letting Donnchadh run away with it.
Nope.
And he's got a much more comfortable setup. DonForgo, though, because he will fight more, obviously he's got a good setup to fight, so he will fight more, but fighting takes time. So he shouldn't be stressed about having to scrap, but if Donnchadh is lucky, and he can actually keep that gap, 1 floor difference or even higher. We've seen that many times. I'm renowned for building super defensive, super safe setups, but end up losing because my strategy is too slow.
Donnchadh H gonna use his HP as a resource here, like we were talking about before. He's just gonna.
Yes, and he's doing it. Yep, that's a good plan.
Yeah, you take the hits. Hopefully you don't get hit with the paralysis trap or do whatever. And he swung the sword.
Yes.
Again, you gotta be really, really careful about movements.
Oh, that
go.
Yep.
Again, like this is what we're not joking. If you make one wrong move, you will die. You can't stress that enough because these guys, they're doing 20 damage instead of things in the previous floor is doing like 10. So okay, there's a difference. The problem is these things are weak compared to things later, and Donnchadh H, he's considering killing them.
A crit on CUNY, and CUNY dies on DonForgo's side.
He has no, he doesn't have Restore Scroll. No, that was the. I think.
No, I think he does. I think he does. Was that the?
Oh yeah, he does. Yeah, it was on the top there.
Okay, that's good. That's good. But still, you don't want to lose that Restore Scroll so early. So yeah.
Donnchadh H stealing the glasses. What are they? Truth. Not what he wanted. He's looking for star.
Yes.
Do the runners make strats based on styles and strats during head-to-head competition we're using?
Yes, absolutely. We do that 100%. You can actually watch your opponent. This is accepted by the rules. Yep. Some people do play their game, but actually the people in this tournament that we knew did that actually stopped doing it and started to adapt. And I really like the adapting playstyle. It's fun to see that. Like, yeah, you just need to not be phased too much, but knowing you're behind. I generally am behind on the first 10 floors, and then I start catching up, and I'm not stressed about being behind now. But the first time I played, I was getting stressed, and it made me play first. You just need to make sure you do a mix of that. You need to adapt. If your opponent's like 5 floors in front of you, you need to start catching up. But then, if you know you're confident with what you're doing, do that.
Always check the fruits, and it's a pita.
Not really good, but he still picked it up. You think he's gonna wait for Baron?
Honestly, I wouldn't.
I wouldn't either, but
DonForgo's on floor 15.
He is.
Nope, and it's a Manova.
As long as it's not in there, get away from here. Oh, he might actually want to.
No, that's not. Okay, he's getting rid of the item that he's going to use on the Balrog.
Yes,
that's what
exactly.
Doing.
Exactly.
Yeah. So they actually made an agreement to the Garuda rule. They posted in Discord beforehand, and it's actually a really cool one. Is technically, we have an agreement where Garuda is either usable or not. But both Dons decided that during Game 1, Garuda would be banned. During Game 3, Garuda would be banned. And whoever is behind a point in Race 2 could use Garuda if they get it.
Yes, so right now,
DonForgo would potentially be able to use it. And there goes the medicinal herb on Donnchadh H's side from the picket.
Yes, you can actually put money in your inventory. It's rarely useful in casual playthrough, but in speedrun we use that a lot.
Jury's 17 now.
Oh yeah.
And Don is actually straight to 18.
Oh, and a ball. What's the ball?
Actually, rain.
Rain.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, wow.
Okay, so actually to explain about the money thing, fun fact, the first time I ever beat this game, when I got to floor 39, there was the elevator. Oh, jeez, Dawn. Acid rainbow time.
Oh yeah. It won't have a last
spiders.
And a maneuver in the corner?
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
So, on the first time I ever beat the game, I actually managed to... there was the elevator in the room with a maximum, and I had 40 HP left. And I had enough movement to walk to and get the piece of silver that was beside the maximum, and then go to the elevator. Again, somehow not thinking about traps, I could have died for all I knew. But I picked up the silver, I put it in my inventory, and if I were to load up that file today, inside my inventory, there is a random piece of silver worth like $200 or something.
Oh, poison and blind at the same time.
And a cure-all herb, so...
Oh yeah, that's what I want to see. So this is a trap room probably?
most likely, or it's small enough that the two of them spawn there.
Oh, that might be, but I would have scouted for traps 100%.
Yeah. So, but
Ouch! Should have picked up Cuny there. Yeah.
yeah, you gotta make sure you don't mess with the spiders. And the music has changed. We're on floor 20.
Oh yeah. So
DonForgo
now. Yes, but DonForgo has catched up so freaking quickly. He's done 5 floors by the time Donnchadh did 1, and you gotta admit that's an impressive play.
Mm-hmm. And honestly, we might get a game 3. Like if he keeps his pace up and gets that much of a lead.
Oh yeah.
Donnchadh H is gonna try to get rid of the picket.
Yeah, you can see Donnchadh having a tough time right now, but you don't see DonForgo slowing down at all. And he's got 221 there.
Yeah.
DonForgo is running away with it.
Honestly, again, with Scarlet Wand, he had a Restore Scroll. He could have banked on Queen taking a hit and dying. The Blue Cape can't spawn unless you actually talk to the bartender. When we start bookless or 100% runs, we normally walk around the town once, start everything,
gonna be fighting
and then...
a Weedog. Oh, that hurts like crazy.
Yeah, he can still 2-shot them, and that's kind of crazy, but I would still, like...
Yeah, he's got probably the most powerful setup you can hope for, and he lost half his HP for it. So,
yeah.
I don't know about you, but that still screams like you should run away from here.
Just ignore that Viper. Also, this is the floor that the myth came from. The Father Sword can create eggs.
Yes.
Vipers are the ones who eat the eggs. If you're walking around normally and code just randomly stops for like 3/10 of a second or something, like it's something really minor, but it's noticeable.
Okay.
A Viper ate an egg on the floor somewhere.
Yes.
And if you happen to kill it, yeah.
Yeah, X4F, the Blue Cape, and a few other items are actually based to advance story, and there's a dating sims, and you can build up the town. So Blue Cape is one part of restoring a part of the town, and actually get one girl to date you.
Like Katsuji said, she's a dancer, not a stripper?
She's an exotic dancer, yeah.
Oh, Donnchadh hitting a slow trap.
Yes.
And star glasses on DonForgo and the elevator.
Wow.
Her name is Vivian. Please learn it, Captain Luigi.
Yes, absolutely.
You have to spend $100,000 to get her. That doesn't really help with my argument, but you know.
She's just amassing money to get to learn to be a doctor, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so basically, during the bookless run, you have to date all the girls. There's 7 in total. Vivian is normally the last one because you have to build a casino and get to floor 20 and get the Blue Cape in order to get her. And unless you get $100,000 somehow mysteriously, you're not going to really have a good time.
Yes. So they're talking in chat about how it's weird, like you can get all the girls in this game, but this is definitely based in like Middle East type of mythology and just
the harem stuff.
So yeah, the harem stuff is not necessarily that weird there. If you talk about that part of the it's definitely a thing. So they might have overplayed it a bit, but
yes.
Yeah, it's in good taste. Like
you do need to have a casino, Unikitty. She appears there once and only once.
Yes, and you have to tell her to go back to work because she stopped working. And as soon as you don't get into the casino, you tell her not to do that. She just disappear from town.
Yeah, it's so minor. Yeah, and a theater as well. But yeah, it's you need so many buildings to get Vivian. She's always the last one during the bookless run, just because. By the time you have to, like, we have found out how to manipulate the horse races.
Yeah.
But not how to start the horse races manipulated. We know how to change the odds and determine who's going to be the winner. Okay, Donnchadh H is
Well, Unikitty, we will definitely gonna try to test that out. If this is true, well, there's gonna be people that are gonna be really happy about it.
Well, it doesn't.
We're still gonna need casino anyway. Yeah.
Because the book list is everything except for essentially equivalent to the Pokedex.
Oh, we have a fight against a Viper on Donnchadh H side, and that's
there you go.
Oh, I was gonna say that's not gonna end well. Well, that's not so bad actually.
Yeah.
Alright, it's gonna fight a unicorn. Okay, Pillar Ball. Yeah, you don't want to mess with that. If he ends up blinding you, that can be dangerous. So that is all good. Okay.
Yeah, but speaking of the whole bookless thing, it's actually not going to save time because you still need to get the funds to get the casino.
Yes.
And as you're progressing things, Vivian is always going to be last. It's just a thing. So,
but it would still be interesting to test to make sure that if you don't.
What is he doing? Oh, he's looking for Restore Scroll or something. Yeah, and now all of a sudden there's a unicorn behind him.
Okay, so he's gonna test. He's gonna probably try it again. No, not even. Pillar right away.
Oh, we're gonna put the what are you doing? That's
I don't know.
Okay.
That might be dangerous. That might be real dangerous. Oh, good dodge there. Oh, okay, that's good. All right, you got it.
Okay, that's a frog trap. He would have died, for the record.
What did he wanted to check here? Okay, just for the elevator, probably.
Yeah.
Okay, so actually, DonForgo is. Oh, he's gonna die. Is he aligned? Okay, he is. Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Okay, good.
They're both really pushing it right now.
Okay, yeah. Okay, he's got to live to floor 22, and DonForgo can go to 20 whenever he wants to. He's just regenerating HP.
Yeah.
And
you want that HP
space? Oh yeah. Oh, and that is not cool.
No, because he can deal with the damage. Don't get me wrong.
I would have tried to.
Him. He's dead basically after this.
I think that's a one shot with the one though.
Yeah,
I don't
but
think
he does have a flame ball.
Yeah, I think you don't want to. Oh, and Donnchadh missing the diagonal movement here. Cost him 22 HP.
He has an Olim Fruit. He should be using it.
Yeah, especially if he's going to mess up these diagonal moves.
You don't want to be pincered. That's the thing.
Yep.
And DonForgo banking on the paralysis missing.
Oh, yeah.
Look at the blocks, man. Trust me, they do way too much damage. And I think he's trying to get some levels here, actually.
Yep, absolutely. He's catching up in his level. He's 4 level ahead from Donnchadh.
Donnchadh is going up, though. He's actually now on the same floor as DonForgo briefly.
Yep. So he sees him get to floor 23. He's going to floor 24, and he's got much more HP to play with. So 11 HP extra.
Yeah. And okay, this is the other thing as well. Is Donnchadh actually has, he has the Hell Seed, and he has not used it. He should like. Okay, he sells pillars. I didn't know how many of those he had.
Okay.
But the thing is, you really got to be really careful. Okay, yeah, there you go. Truth Blast is on the pillar ball. 2 left. All right, cool. Now that that's known, it's going to help him a lot. DonForgo is still duking it out though with
with all those blocks. He's actually pretty close to a one shot. I think they have 52 HP. He's hitting for 48.
Yeah, that's still like you need an elevation at that point to guarantee it.
Yeah, that might be enough. And that steel shield finally comes out on DonForgo's side 20 floors later. And now he has
finally the blue sands are useful. Playing the long game.
He's been keeping those for 20 floors almost.
Yeah, no, that is the longest.
Oh yeah, this is what we call dedication.
Yeah. He picked up those blue sands and went, I'm lucky on this. I'll eventually find a decurse scroll. Yeah, he found one on floor 24. Oh, zoo. No one, they walk right away. Yeah, you do not want to mess with that zoo. And there's nothing but money in that room anyway.
Yes, absolutely. So zoos are kind of scary.
You can pick them up. So yeah, Donnchadh is actually going to be on floor 25 before.
Oh wow, he's catched up. Damn.
Yes.
Without Jimmy.
We are under 13 minutes left of this race for round 2. So if he can somehow, because again, it costs time to fight, and that is why he caught up.
Oh man, he's kind of in trouble though.
Again, you got the Mahel Seed. You can't use the pillar. Like
changes is a shield. That's pretty clever. Oh, actually, he changed it back for an iron one.
What are you doing? Okay.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, he waited.
That is it. Damn.
Okay, if DonForgo can get up to floor 26, he will get this point.
Can he do it though? Because Donnchadh actually just catched up, and he got to that floor first. Oh, you know he's watching the stream. He just used the exit loop on that floor, which you'd never do if you didn't know it was costing you the game. So I think DonForgo should be golden here.
Yeah. So basically, what happened with Donnchadh H is when he got paralyzed, he started holding down circle and triangle together to skip turns.
Yes.
It was a one-turn paralysis. He waited for no reason.
Oh yeah, sad.
And he slow trap there, and no, he'll be fine. He'll be picking Queenie. Don't pick it up. Just
don't pick it up yet. Okay, and even stealth it. So,
right. There you go. We got a point for DonForgo, and we're going to game 3.
That was a match, my friend.
Yes, a Donnchadh H showing how well he can play his game without Queenie. He went from like floor, what is it, 13 or 10 or something?
Absolutely, and he made sure that DonForgo never felt comfortable, even though he had a bet and a Scarlet one.
Yeah, so...
Alright. Oh, DonForgo, you got it, my friend.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, no, that is phenomenal.
Wow, that was...
Congratulations to DonForgo for keeping the consistency.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, once he started going up those floors, he went up at a perfect pace, and he kept going. He got lucky elevator spawns, which is something that just happens.
Yes,
and you can't bank on them.
I think Steve Dallas actually had the perfect sentence to resume what we just saw. Just to, he said, "Nice game, Don," and I have to agree with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Both Don played like it was crazy. DonForgo definitely deserved that run. He played marvelous, but we still just need to. This is impressive that Donnchadh H toughed as long as he did without CUNY. Alright, so we're going to be setting up for this, well, that's one game each. These guys need to duke it out one last time to know which is the Dawn. It's DonForgo, yeah, the Battle of the Dawns. DonForgo against Donnchadh H. There can be only one Dawn here, and yep.
Yeah, we're gonna have a small bathroom break for one of the runners because... well,
if you don't need one, I'd take one. Can I?
Yeah, by all means.
Thank you very much, man.
Yeah, so basically, we are going to game 3. I will explain briefly what's happening again for anyone who's new here. This is the Rock Me to the Top Zero Dreams tournament. We had 12 runners. We're actually getting whittled down quite a bit. We're actually down to, I think, a total of there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 runners left. So after this, we'll have less than half. This is a losers bracket match between DonForgo and Donnchadh H. And yeah, we'll figure that out as well. But basically, this is kind of a variant on our any percent. This is a variant on our any percent run, and basically the whole point is get to the top of the tower, but it's so inconsistent everyone's going to die, or your opponent's going to die before anything else. And what we're hoping for is to be at a higher floor than our opponents at a quicker time.
And I'm back.
And welcome back. And if both players make it to the same floor, like let's say floor 13, whoever got there first gets the point, and in this case they're at 1 match apiece, and whoever would get that point would win, because this is best of 3 to mitigate RNG, because this is, a horrible DonForgo, yeah, sort of something.
That could have been a thing.
Let's make sure timer's reset. So we actually have a...
This tournament is definitely an interesting thing because as soon as one dies, generally very close, very close after the actual match ends, and so there's not that long time where one player is playing and the other one is waiting. So it always keeps the feeling that there's only so few levels between those two runners, and that what keeps it. Like I'm always at the tip of my chair watching both races, and then there's just another race just after that. So that's always interesting, and the RNG makes it so We don't get too frustrated when we die, but it actually always keeps it interesting. So there's always someone that's gonna find better gear or find less bad traps. But on a viewer's perspective, that makes both racers interesting. The one that gets the good gear, like, oh, how high can he go? Can he get to 40 this time? And the one to get all the bad luck, you're just like, oh, but how far can he go with all that bad lucks hitting on his side ends? That's a lot of fun. Might not be as much fun for the runners that which is actually happening to, but yeah, I still like to watch them.
Yeah. Sorry, I did the whole question mark or exclamation point in R to came up with
yes.
K in the brain still, so yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So we're gonna roll with that tonight. That's a thing.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Shawnee's
down.
a ninja.
So give me a second.
Absolutely. So yeah, we're gonna do this one third time. We're gonna get as high as we can, where they're gonna get as high as they can in maximum an hour. This race is gonna end as soon as one of them die, or when we hit the 1 hour time mark. And then the opponent needs to be on the an higher floor than their opponent, or get there first if it ends up in a tie. We're gonna see these two runners duke it out to 1/3 and final time, and we're gonna see who advances in the bracket and who is actually gonna get kicked out of the tournament.
Yes, and we'll be down to 5 players after this.
Yes.
So we are actually going to be less than half the original players.
Oh yeah, that is actually true. Wow.
Yeah, so we started off with honestly a couple heavyweights and then a lot of like mediums and a couple new players.
Yes.
By this time of the tournament, everyone is amazing at this game now.
Oh yeah.
And they probably would be able to beat me at races before this tournament started.
Oh yeah.
Like, everyone has learned so much. We figured out so much from this game from doing this, which is great for obviously the resources and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And I can't be prouder of these runners. We've done our best to try to showcase this game, and hopefully it's come across that everyone here is really passionate about it.
Yeah. Like DonForgo is actually a pretty good example of that. We were talking and describing him since the very beginning as a very slow kind of challenge runner more than a speed runner. Mm-hmm. And he has very much proved me wrong during this actual race. Like the match we just saw, man, this guy was relentless.
Yeah.
There was no stopping him.
Yeah, and again, I also like to thank the Speed Gaming staff, which have helped us a lot today. We can't say anything. They've been amazing. We actually had an expedition match initially first because tech problems, and they've been able to sort things out. And Now the tournament match is happening, and thankfully there's no one behind us, so they're letting us, do the whole thing. So big props to you guys. We couldn't do this without you.
Oh, damn no.
We're super thankful for that, and especially with all the audio issues that we were having at the beginning. It was an interesting start.
Yes.
Yeah, but when it comes down to it, though, we are having 6 minutes to kill. So does chat have any questions? I'll briefly. Basically, everyone's going to start in the same first floor. They'll have the same 5 items. It'll be the Witch Shield, Copper Sword, Medicinal Herb, Plumpa Egg, and Fireball 5 charges. Once I get to floor 2, it's going to be randomly generated, and that's the gist of it. So ask questions. We got some time to kill.
Absolutely. And those 5 items, I call the survival kit. So these 5 items are actually really good. They're not like broken good, but they're a really good start. Like if you get into a very bad situation early on, it should get you out of almost everything for the first 4, 5, 6 floors. Of course, after that, you need to have found some good items to make sure you can get out of a tough spot. But other than that, these 5 items will get you out of most situations. And it'll give you time to actually build your inventory. So this is actually cool. It was programmed into the game. This is the only consistency we can count on when we're running. And it feels really good.
Yeah, and honestly, those 5 items have saved us more times than we care to mention.
Oh yeah. That fireball is golden.
Yeah. Don doing a little lap there, Donnchadh H, I don't know why. But
Probably
Sure,
for the
why not?
lulz.
probably at this point, actually, I have to say as well as a runner of this game, it doesn't feel it feels bad to lose a tournament match, but it doesn't really feel bad to lose. Like this game is so funny to lose at.
Yes.
Like again, you might get hit by a slam trap, and yes, it's frustrating to lose a PB, or it's frustrating to lose your current run. But it's dumb, and it's fun, and just have fun with the game, and it's actually a really neat thing. And yeah, the Glitchless World Record is 39 minutes flat with the new timing rules from the first movement outside Ko's house. It was initially 42 something, but it got removed.
Yeah, we removed the introduction. We actually do it for the tournament race because we feel it's kind of
Redundant.
But in the tournament we still do it. We still start from new game. It feels like it's a complete run more, but inside our community we've seen that so many times we don't want to see it again.
Yeah.
And it's kind of long, and especially if you make like for the smaller races, Captain Luigi, you can see in chat, has a 3:06, 3 minutes, 6 seconds for the first at 10th floor.
Yeah.
Its introduction is 3 minutes long. If you
which
do
is why I
that,
would say you have 6 minutes to kill.
yeah, actually, so you really don't want to do that every time. That would be crazy.
Yeah, and the thing is, just like there's no RNG manipulation or
Yes.
whatever for
Exactly.
breaking this or talking to that. No, there's nothing. Like the RNG, like we've tested out with emulators, it changes every frame.
Yep, once every
So-
frame, 60 times a second.
Yeah, so if you think you can somehow route the floor generation, by all means try. I will verify that run if you can do that. Because if you look up the old TAS version, which is something which is funny because the comments the guy made initially was just great.
Yes.
You can go that too in a bit said night. But
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, after.
But basically, the original task was 10 minutes to get to floor 40 because it says go up trap, elevator, go up trap, elevator, go up trap, elevator.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And he manipulated it, and he did a really good job. But as said, I will explain, he had a certain comment about it, which is amusing to us.
Yeah, we were trying to understand how he manipulated everything in this game, so we're trying to see if we could, I don't know, step count or something like this in that game, and we quickly understood we couldn't. But he had notes with his task, and what we read there was that he was gonna make a task of the game, and he was like explaining every step he got through. But his first explanation about the game is that the game is really, really hard, and that it should be close to impossible barring godly RNG to get to the top of the tower in one shot, unless, like I said, you add really good RNG or add the actual tasking tools.
Mm-hmm.
And this is super fun to know because we actually do that now. Get to the top of the tower in one go. When a tasker tells you that it should be close to impossible and you actually do it,
It feels good.
there's a good feeling there, definitely.
Also, DonForgo getting no items on floor 2.
This is crazy, man.
But yeah, so basically, like, the RNG that is expected. Yeah, okay, there's a wand. Hopefully it's something decent. But I think that they expect us to not do it. And again, since this... Oh, got a life wand. And
do we have a life one? Oh, yeah. Wow.
Okay, so DonForgo is on a really good position. I didn't see if it's cursed. I didn't hear it as well.
Even if it is, this is still good.
Look at Donnchadh's side. The tower is broken. He can't go in the...
Yep, if you go, you can get out of that room, but you cannot get back in.
Yeah. That's a very rare occurrence that happens, but it does happen. And it's very annoying because if the elevator's there...
Okay, we're gonna talk about that life one because it's gonna play...
Oh, yeah, it's gonna be crucial.
That life one, so as per all ones, it actually increased mixed magic by 25%. That's a big plus. So generally, you want to see a Scarlet one, which increase your fire mixed magic by another 25%. So that's the DPS wand.
Mm-hmm.
The life wand is definitely the tanky wand. What it actually does... Oh, I really like the life wand. What it does, it lifesteal damage you do, and it's actually 1 health back for every 8 points of damage you do. So starting at 9 damage you deal, you're gonna recover 2 HP and so on.
Doesn't sound like a lot, but...
Yeah, but those mixed magic, especially on wind monsters, is gonna start to hit in the 50s and the 60s later on. And like the combats is so back and forth, and you sometimes don't take that much damage, especially if you have a good shield, that sometimes you can recover like 3/4 health of what the monster did to you. And so it makes it so when you fight, we said that HP is a resources you spend. Well, you actually don't spend HP that much anymore, because every 14 step you also regenerate 1 health. So you're gonna be full HP for every encounters for quite a long time. And this is a very good feeling also.
Mm-hmm. So, you'll see the difference between the attack differences now, just with that one wand. Not Scarlet Wand, just the one in general.
Yes.
And DonForgo is going to be actually a pretty good position to actually, like, he's doing 18 damage against the flame.
And he receives 4 damage and steals 3 back up. So he only took 1 damage from that flame's attack, so that's really good. That's a really good feeling. Okay, of course this balloon is a little bit tougher, but that's alright.
Yeah, exactly. But eventually it's not going to help, but at the same time, okay, glow up trap. Okay, screw.
Oh, that's not good though.
No, you want resources on the, up to floor 5, so
like,
that's...
he's really got a good one, but you need more. You need a good shield now.
Oh yeah, this game is wonderfully programmed, as Kane points out.
Yeah, sometimes things happen.
There's a lot of soft locks that runners are aware of. Like, you don't... Like, there's a time loss, not a soft lock. We confirmed it.
Yeah.
If a Manova is transformed and you throw a Lean Fruit on it, the game goes, wait a sec. It takes out the abacus and starts calculating things.
Yes.
It realizes, wait, no, yes, no, and about a minute and 15 seconds.
Oh yeah, that's really long.
48 seconds. You have to wait before the game realizes, oh, yeah, no, he's fine.
And the worst part about it is the healing fruit actually removes an enemy from the tower. And so generally it's, go away. You throw that and you win. And Manuvas, so the water, like the yellow gooey monster, can transform into items. So like you saw a bell on DonForgo side, sometimes you would see 2 bell, one close to another. And one of them could probably be a Manuva in disguise. Yeah. So you throw that Olim fruits at that bell or that coin or whatever you think is a Manuva. And if it's end up being one, the game's gonna go into overdrive to try and calculate that for, like he said, a minute and a half. And when the calculation are over, well, the actual bell is gonna be teleported outside of the tower, but then the Manuva still reappear. So you've lost the item, and you didn't get rid of the Manuva at all. You just untransformed it.
And then sometimes he'll just transform back into it right afterwards, so you're still in the same situation.
Yeah, nothing stops it from doing it, so...
Yeah. And
this is really not something you want to do.
Unintentionally on floor 6 sooner than he'd like. He's at...
Oh, yeah.
DonForgo likes his experience and stuff like that, and he's not liking the...
Like, on the item side, he's not too bad. He's got a copper shield and the life, so he's got better gear. He's on a higher level, and he's on a higher floor.
Ooh,
so
and curse.
You don't want to see those go-up trap, but actually right now, puts pressure on Donnchadh.
Yep. And both these players have shown that they are incredibly experienced with navigating with or without Queenie.
Yes.
As well as using limited resources, because let's face it, we're all gods of the wood shield.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely what you need to learn. Like, not to learn, but to get a good feel of, like knowing the HP of every monster you fight against, and how can you get out of a situation if you end up having still your copper sword and wooden shield.
Yep.
And every equipment upgrade feels like a good thing, but you need to know to fight without them.
Yeah, and then there's also instances where, like, I play very different from both players currently, where I have Queenie do an extra attack, which does actually help me do the chip damage and not just one.
Donnchadh did that like 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, it's AI win manipulation. It's I've now mixed it with mixture magic because it is useful, but like my original playstyle was 100% physical.
Yeah.
And honestly, I still prefer it. And I think if DonForgo wanted, I think he has 2 familiar bells with him. I'm not too sure if he still has them or if that was on Donnchadh H's side. But if you were to hit the warp trap purposely and then just use the, or I guess you could just put Queenie away at that point and save it. But the familiar bell is kind of a nice thing to have in the pocket because the warp trap isn't as scary anymore. and they are still like legitimately probably one of the worst traps because it's more or less false hope and it'll just kill you.
Yep, absolutely. Alright, so passing time, grinding a little bit, so I think DonForgo feels that he's not on a comfortable level
Yeah.
right now, and he wants to grind it out a bit. Oh yeah, he's pretty close to level up, so he's probably gonna go for 6 and then move on.
Yeah, Donnchadh, I wouldn't recommend picking up Queenie. He's gonna. Nope, that doesn't work. He's confused. You can't do the AI 1 and throw into a wall. You have to do AI 1 and throw him into an enemy for Queenie to actually attack.
Yes.
Yeah,
Man.
Yugo is no. There's a potential shield there for Iron Shield.
Iron is better than Copper, but you risk.
He has a decurse scroll.
Oh yes. Okay, so it's cursed,
Cool.
but that's all right.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have risked it without the bearing the curse roll, but if he has one, then
Yeah.
no problem. That was the move there.
Yeah, I think it's still beneficial because again, if you find blue sands stuff like that, then go for it. He's gonna explore floor 7 again. I would just book it to floor 10.
Oh, absolutely. Like we've talked about last time, he had a good gear and he was gonna 6, which like
Sorry,
that. What?
Once again, Donnchadh H misses a thrown item.
Oh damn!
I've never really seen that. So Donnchadh H is having all the luck. We've seen the triple miss with the troll bow twice.
Damn!
So like this is a heck of a race of weird things happening.
Absolutely.
I'm loving these races. Like all the ones I've commentated, especially with you and other people. Like it's just so nice to watch this game. It's such a weird speed run.
Oh yeah.
And
but
again,
that miss is gonna hurt.
Yeah, but everyone is going to be able to submit PBs if we get to floor 10 at least. Like, have fun. This is a for-fun tournament. We have a trophy. We have a goal,
yes.
but at the same time, it's like everyone loves this game, new and old, and just everyone's having fun, and it's a great thing to see.
Yes, absolutely, and it's so nice to learn from other player. This is definitely what I like.
Do you want to add to the chat and how the pronunciation of the blue guy is?
Oh yeah, so the actual pronunciation based on Japanese version should be Kiyun.
Yep.
As far as we know, but everybody calls it a different name based on what they called it when they were young.
Yep. Mine's
And
Queenie.
we didn't have so mine is Cuny, and I think the Darcis is Cune.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
and
so
at
those-
first, like during the first week of the Discord, we were discussing how to pronounce it because we realized nobody said the same thing. And even though we were like, oh, that might be true, or that might be the right way to pronounce it, we always reverted to the way we pronounced it when we were young anyway. So at some point, we just decided, like, the heck, everybody pronounce it the way they want, and we all know what we're talking about anyway. So you're gonna see everybody calls it a different way, and that's alright.
DonForgo using decurse scroll, taking off the iron thing, walking one step, and getting paralyzed. You know, this is the game in a nutshell.
Absolutely.
Floor 6, floor 7, not doing too bad. And looks like Donnchadh H, if he wants to, I would recommend just going up after killing the balloon, though.
Oh, absolutely.
Don't waste the MP killing the balloon. It's not. They don't give actually enough experience to be worthwhile.
Yeah, I agree, but I would still have killed it.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's not gonna be tough. It's not gonna cost too much MP, and that's still EXP, and you want it. You're gonna go on floor 7 where you're not gonna grind, so that little extra HP, but the decision to explore there, I would have done that. And right now he's gonna be paying for it, getting pincered by a Maneva and a Bloom.
Ooh, lucky sleep trap for DonForgo. The balloon walking right
yes,
into
that's
it.
beautiful.
Again, anytime you don't take damage, the better. Donnchadh H using an egg bomb in the corridor, so he does.
But he's spending resources for the chance of maybe getting and that's not a gamble I'm ready to take.
No, definitely not in these floors. Again, I would. He's doing AI1 to do that extra 5 damage, but unfortunately, he's gonna be stuck between. Okay. He's gonna be using the.
But again, still he's using resources and he hasn't gotten back, except the XP, but you know very well that starting floor 10, you get so much XP for killing monster that these numbers of XP are going to be irrelevant.
Okay, the Earth Shield is not cursed, so he is going to be taking a lot less damage. Queenie gonna take a lot though, so
yeah,
there's another Minova coming up above him.
Youch.
So
He needs to bail. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to see people debating in chat how they pronounce CUNY, and I'm really happy to announce that Mushfire Games is the only one that's pronouncing it the right way, so that's cool. Props for that.
I still call him loser.
Oh, so, that seems like an appropriate way. Yeah.
Yeah, he's cost me more runs than I like to admit.
Yeah. All right, so our first U-boat of this run.
Yep.
And DonForgo wants to fight, but that's not a bad idea. That one's gonna do wonders. But still, oh damn, U-boats are dangerous.
Yeah, this goes to show, like, he has a copper shield, so it's not the best, but it's not the worst.
Yeah.
Donnchadh having, I believe, a paralysis wand on now.
And he's got the hurt shield, so again, not too bad.
He's gonna be able to do. You call him your best buddy, Kane. You're objectively wrong.
Oh no, that's a golf wand. It's not a paralyze.
Oh, that's actually really good then, because if he comes across U-boats, he'll be doing the mixture magic. He'll be doing a little bit less damage versus the.
Oh, he's gonna
the
milk
fire monsters.
Okay, all right. So he really wants to see ice shield soon then.
Yeah, and he'll have fee strats of just switching back and forth.
Yeah, but you gotta make sure it's not cursed.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of fee's match, I did actually have small notes beside me. Because she wrote down on a piece of paper, and just let me reach it quickly here.
Sure.
The only thing it says is 2 tally marks and shields with the exclamation point. Items not useful and out of time. I found that note after the match, so she did write notes for herself in case she had to ask about them before she left the country. Where she could not get those notes. So I saw that afterwards, which is out of time. I'm like, that makes sense. And items not useful, that must have been the frog. And then shields was obviously her having all 3 shields at her disposal.
Okay, so on DonForgo's side, he was in kind of a pinch. Got lucky on the Bloom trying to brainwash CUNY. So brainwash works exactly as you think it would. If it hits, well, your monster change team and start hitting you. But luckily, you only see blooms on the early floor. You generally still have CUNY at that time, and CUNY's immune. So not only will it never work, it's also a turn loss for the bloom. So the more you see of these, the happier you are. But don't try and feel as confident if you bring a very high level monster on your casual playthroughs, blazing through those early floors, and seeing a bloom, you run away. Because your level 40 monster is gonna kick your ass.
A money wand?
No. You don't change that.
No, you stick with the life wand. Unless you get a scarlet wand, I would not bank on changing life wand at all.
And even then, I might not change that life wand.
That HP recovery stretches so far, and
yes.
Also, Donnchadh showing just how strong that shield is.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And
he's gonna have to juggle shield and make sure he never forgets to remove them. But juggling shield can be really good.
Yeah. I think he's and it's a cursed. Okay, decurse. So he did have one in his inventory.
All right. So that iron sword is not an upgrade anymore. At least he's not stuck with it. So does DonForgo goes for floor 9 now that Donnchadh goes for 8? Oh, I think he do. Oh, I think he do. Yeah.
U-boat says yes. Yeah.
There's a U-boat there saying yes.
Get her shield and Dolph wand, and he's gonna power up, and that should be a 2-shot against him in over there. 15 damage, I believe.
Yeah, luckily
that's a good step going into the corner.
Yep, not a good move there. He's gonna get it once for free and from higher elevation.
Oh, and there's upheaval trap he technically threw him on too.
Yep, luckily upheaval trap cannot work on CUNY.
Oh, he's flying. It's one of the few things where I would not let him. Okay, that was a clone. Okay, I was gonna say I would not let him fight Winova by himself. That's pretty scary.
So again, DonForgo feeling pretty comfortable duking it out. This miss is gonna cost him a lot though, because at that point he didn't recover. Oh, double miss. Okay, now he
Okay.
needs to use an item right away.
Yeah.
I don't know
There's
what
comfort
you're-
levels, and then there's you. Again, your resources are useless if you die.
Yep, that's absolutely true.
And the thing is, a lot of runners say, I can stretch it for a little bit more. I can do this. No.
Yeah.
I cost my game 3 because I thought, oh, Queenie can take it. I'll take another hit from the Griffin, and the Griffin decided to kill Queenie on my side. I'm like, well, damn.
That's a problem now, yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and I should have used I had a silver fireball, which I never bothered to use, and that was my fault.
Yeah, because you feel like you need to keep it for as high as you can.
Yeah, no, use resources as much as possible, stretch it as thin as you can, but if need be, use it. That's the best advice I can give on that. A lot of runners actually are very greedy.
Oh yeah, dying at full inventory is a pain.
Yeah, if you've done everything you possibly can and have nothing else to do, you don't feel bad about losing. Because, oh well, will a lowdown hit? Yes, okay, that sucks. Back to level 7, and now he lost all the experience he gained beforehand. Actually, they both are level 7 at the exact same time there, actually. Kind of odd there.
They're alright.
Yeah, no, exactly. I've been sniped by dragons and stuff like that because I walked into a direct path and they decided to use breath on me. I've been hit by... I had a little bit of HP and I thought I could walk to the elevator and I hit a bomb trap before in my old playthroughs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that happens a lot. Take your time, recover your HP, make sure you can take hits. Don't gamble. You'll lose everything. The tower will win in the end if you gamble.
Oh, it absolutely will. Alright,
Oh,
so floor... He's gonna... DonForgo can go to floor 10 as soon as he feels like he needs to. So it shouldn't be much of a problem now. He's probably gonna grind
Ooh,
Dream...
Scarlets.
Oh, and we might have a race there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he doesn't pick it up. So, okay. Easy. Like,
No,
the golf
the
one
thing
is
is-
actually pretty good. So that's not necessarily a problem per
Oh,
se.
he's got to fight the U-boat too. All right. Well, the thing is, the U-boat is going to be. Like, this is actually something that Donnchadh might not be aware of. The Scarlet Wand will be doing more damage no matter what
Yep,
because
absolutely.
the extra 25%. So he might be thinking, oh, wind versus water. No, Scarlet with the extra 25% on the
Yep.
125% damage is still going to be way more beneficial.
Yep, absolutely.
And he should equip it, even if it's the -1. That's still probably, arguably, or actually, it is the best wand you can get with the Flame Monster.
Oh, yeah.
So it should be immediately going on. And there it goes. And it's uncursed as well.
Alright.
And a wooden
We have a
wand.
race. So on Donnchadh's side, we're gonna see him juggle the shield. And he's gonna use that Scarlet one for an AV attack power.
Yeah,
so-
now 31 damage against the clowns. Like, that is. A couple
Oh, yeah.
more levels, he'll. I think actually they have like 33 or something.
Oh yeah, he's pretty close to one-shotting them.
Oh, the poison is nice. Doesn't add to the herb though.
Yep, absolutely.
One of the few times that anyone actually has a herb status effect they're getting hit by.
Absolutely. DonForgo is gonna probably try to get the best shield he can, but probably only one. And he's gonna bank up that life one to keep him alive for as long as he can. So it might be a little bit slower, but it should feel a lot safer. But as long as Donnchadh is able to two-shot everything, it shouldn't feel like press for damage either. So we're gonna see.
See, I would again just pick up the Griffin and throw it. Like,
No, a Sleeping Griffin with Iron Night Fight, just for the XP.
again, like I much like my strategy is I get the 417 grind on pickets. That's what I've always
I
done.
know.
Because like, and then like I just leave these floors. And DonForgo, uncharacteristically, seeing an elevator and just going up recently. He's taking this match incredibly seriously right now.
Oh, they both are.
Yeah.
But Donnchadh is absolutely exploring, and that's what I would do. But you gotta admit, you're gonna see DonForgo failing for these floors, and if you don't need all these tools, oh, this is gonna be painful. CUNY might die.
Mhm.
And that sleep trap might be the end of the... Oh, okay. At
Nope.
least... Okay, at least... He survived, but then what do you do?
What you
That
do
fire
do-
won't kill. That fire don't kill. Oh, it did.
No,
Wow.
it did.
Okay.
No, Queen did hit it.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Okay, so that's
Yeah,
what.
that's the only saving grace there.
Yes, absolutely.
2 medicinal herbs. He has an egg bomb left and a blinder, so he's gonna have to be very careful for the next 5 floors.
Yes.
But he's gonna have to explore and try to find a restore scroll. Like that is probably his play. But
Oh yeah.
he's gonna have to bank on Donnchadh H in.
Well, DonForgo was already bailing for floors, so I don't think it changes anything on it.
No,
Like,
but
definitely- Yeah.
the difference is initially he got that lead with the life wand versus a sword for Donnchadh
Yeah.
H, but now
But-
Donnchadh H has a scarlet wand.
Oh yeah, that's true.
A
That's true.
1-4 lead is meaningless now. Like
I know, but Donnchadh H has proven that he definitely wants to explore to get better gear. So you still just wail on it as much as you can. Definitely Donnchadh H has a very good advantage now. But I don't think DonForgo's strategy changes. Okay, I hope it's not cursed because that's definitely going to be a very good improvement. Okay, that's what you want to see. A steel shield is a good pickup.
Yep. Donnchadh H making short work of that volcano.
Oh, if Donnchadh takes this elevator, oh okay, he's put asleep.
Yep. Queen should finish it off.
Because right now the worst thing that can happen to DonForgo is Donnchadh with his setup. Okay, that's alright. Donnchadh with its setup is on the same floor as him. Right now your only advantage is melted away and it's gonna be tough to
Oh, double miss again.
Oh wow, okay. DonForgo with the good play there. You get the hell away out of dodge.
Yeah. He's gonna have to bank on a non-elemental defense, and that's.
Oh, and airs that train. All right.
When did Azure Dreams competition become a thing? About 2 months ago, when Sandnet revived the speedrunning community. Ooh, an egg on Donnchadh H's side though.
That might be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Like it was actually the 1st of February, so not hard to remember. 1st of February of this year. I woke up one morning, saw the Darcy streaming, and I was like, why the hell aren't we racing this game?
Yep.
And he's like, I'm not gonna race it alone. I'm like, okay, let's do this. And the
You
next
contacted
day,
me and DonForgo.
yeah, the next day we were 4, and 2 months after we were 150 member.
Yeah, and
So-
we'll post a Discord. Honestly, if you love this game, casual and speedrunners, please be more than happy to join.
Oh yeah,
You don't need to run the game to be in our Discord. People love the
absolutely
game.
not.
Just have fun with everyone, basically.
Absolutely, we chat about the game. Like, you gotta admit, we have a text channel that is called Azure Memes. Just for
Yes.
that, you should join. Like,
Yes,
let's
it's
love.
yeah, exactly. And we've had actually quite a few memes generate from this tournament. We have oh, DonForgo in the elevator room. I didn't realize
That is good.
Yeah, I thought he's gonna have to fight his way out or do something.
Yes.
But basically, Sand Knight died 3 steps from away from a win,
Yep.
which is the best. That was
You have to be proud of.
rounds, so whatever. There's now getting shawnied, which is when Queenie decides to up and fly away by himself and get himself killed.
Yep, absolutely. Dying on floor 1.
Yeah, Dead Arceus and his warp traps that always hit him and only him.
Yes.
Ooh, no one likes a
it's
troll
good.
sword. No one likes a troll sword.
Teal sword is better than the sword is better than like. That's also a meme.
Ooh, and the go up trap.
Oh, he's throwing all the swords. I like DonForgo's play there. I'm not sure it's gonna save him, but
No,
definitely.
it's not.
Well,
the
with a
thing is-
fireball after that, that's be good.
Oh yeah, no. This
Or a
this
blinder,
game can
blinder.
be-
At that point, you blinder and then you hit it.
No, you kill it with the fire and keep the blinder for Krakens right now.
Oh,
Donnchadh
you think
H
so?
in a predicament right now. He's trying
Oh,
to get
yeah.
the higher ground without triggering the rise.
Oh damn! Oh yeah.
So
One
he's-
rise is a death.
There we go, and he did it right. And that is the most crucial thing. He's not going to be able to really kill the troll for a run.
Oh yeah, he is. That troll
Oh,
is.
Don't. Okay, good. I was going to say, don't stand there and try to
Yeah,
attack it,
yeah.
though.
He could have taken a hit.
Now he has to chase it. That's what I mean. It has so much
Yeah, but
HP.
he can do diagonal and the troll don't. So he's alright.
Okay,
There we go. 282 XP. Yeah, that was worth it.
Yeah. And you can see Donnchadh's side, the height advantage
Yeah.
paying off with the Scarlet one.
Absolutely. And he didn't get right.
8 damage.
For him, yeah. Oh man,
Yeah.
okay, these guys are both in an arch position, but that's where you're gonna see these guys shine or die. Oh, and we have an egg on DonForgo's side. Alright, my friend, let's see what you get. You got the truth glasses? Is it worth it? It is absolutely worth it.
Yes, and he has all the herbs in his inventory.
Yes, all the herbs in the world. Okay,
He should be right next to the elevator, though. What is he doing?
Okay, yeah, I think he's gonna see the monsters coming anyway. Okay, so New Yell. New Yell is a water monster. Water is definitely a very good element in this tower.
Yes, it's
New Yell,
overpowered.
New Yell probably has lowish stats in general. Good HP, kinda defense, and pretty bad attack damage. But it can heal, and most importantly in this game you've got mana, and when mana runs out, it's not that you cannot cast spells anymore. You actually cannot do anything anymore. And New Yell has what we call a eating habits, which is if it eats any fruits, any seeds, or any herbs, it's gonna recover MP, and by MP I mean 50 MP, which is a lot. So you can actually use it to heal yourself. Mixed magic with it is good. New Yell is definitely a very good pickup, and it actually evolves. At level 20, it turns into a bat now, and even though New Yell's stats growth is pretty much lowish, like I said, Batnell's stats growth is wonderful.
To the point where there's a glitch.
Yeah, to a point where there's a glitch. If you get a New Yell to level 20 and then you start to use the lowdown ability, which drops your level, you lose more stats than you gained, and you can actually underflow your attack and defense, and it underflows to 255, which makes
you're immortal.
Yep, so your Batnell is going to be level 1 with so much stat, it's going to destroy everything, and we call it the reverse Batnell.
Yeah.
Pretty powerful, but it needs too much setup. You're probably never going to see that in a speedrun setting.
Yeah, especially since getting level 20 is ridiculously hard.
Oh, if you're Donnchadh right now, do you even risk
No.
the nerf shield? I wouldn't,
No.
but yeah.
Until you're in a situation where there actually is things
Yeah.
that can cast magic on you, no. There's absolutely no reason to.
100% agree. Alright.
Again,
So
I don't know why he hasn't hatched the New L yet. I think he's trying to
Yep.
get some extra levels for himself to boost up the New L.
Yeah, because an egg you hatch in the tower is gonna come up to your level. So right now you would hatch a level 10 New Yell. But if he's not gonna fight, then what's the point, right?
Yeah, he should have it out. Oh, he's probably getting away from the wind monsters first.
Oh, that
With all the
might be true.
Garudas
Oh,
and-
wow. And he's gonna manipulate all of these out of the way.
Yep.
Come on, Forgo, you know you can do it.
Which monsters to fuse? Yes. There's a game FAQs thing for fusions and their hidden traits. Give me a sec. I'll get the actual what it's actually called, and I'll post it in the resource.
Oh,
thing on
I can
Discord.
even link the actual
Yeah.
thing I made about Monster Fusion. That's probably even better.
Yeah, do that as well. Exactly. Sand Knight's made numerous videos as well.
One especially talking about fusion. I don't talk about everything, but I give you for the rest. You should know every basics after the video. That's not really
DonForgo
long.
listening in and posting the game facts for well wasted.
That man.
Yeah. Oh, using the CC to make it so it's not a scary wind creature anymore. He's able to do mixture magic Blizzard Sword, which doesn't do too much damage. It's actually not a very good mixture magic. And that miss is going to cost him.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Nope, that's game.
Oh, no. Oh, that's game.
Yeah, so
that's not
Don
game
Chadwick.
yet.
No, that's sorry for him.
That's not game yet. Yeah.
No, John
so,
Chadwick has to get to floor 16 now.
Yes, so he's got to go up.
He's got a fireball. Yeah. Sorry, man. That's on you.
Absolutely, but you say you're bad at this game, but you're not. That was a very display.
That was
of
a great run.
Up to that, yeah. Oh, and I'm not sure if Donnchadh is making it. I'm not sure Donnchadh is making it.
No.
Okay, you can
no.
absolutely use the fireball there, and it won't kill CUNY because he's in melee. But then again, that's not a kill. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Okay, no. Actually,
Oh, the other crack is going away.
Yep, the other one didn't see him, so that's good. Okay. So you
So,
need
yeah.
to kill that dude pretty quickly, though. And that's not gonna do
That no,
23.
he has a medicinal herb. As long as there's no crit, he should be fine. He can use it now as well.
Good, yeah. Wow.
Oh, joining us in the call, I believe, is DonForgo.
Probably. I hope it is.
Yes, it is.
I
Man.
hope so too.
Yeah.
Right on.
So about that fireball that you should have used.
I'm so tired. I'm falling.
It's fine. You played spectacularly.
Oh,
Like
you absolutely did.
Yeah, it's what 11:30, and I was up at 5 this morning. It's okay.
Oh, it's 2:30 in the morning here, man. That's gonna be tough to.
yeah, but it's what it's 5 in the afternoon for Chad.
Oh, okay, at least.
yeah, he's actually the our only Australian player, I believe, right?
I don't think he's the only one.
Oh
Is
no,
he?
that's right. No, I think we got another one too somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh man.
This game is such a weird thing. There's very few Americans running it, but we have Australians and Canadians.
Yeah, we have one from
What else does he
Switzerland.
have right now?
What?
What gear does he have right now?
He has a Scarlet Wand, and right now
He's juggling
Shield.
elemental shield. Yeah.
Elemental shield.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
got fire and earth.
So he's
Oh,
going
wow,
back and
he's
forth between them.
bouncing. Ah.
Yeah, so that's what made him. That's what got it out of the 2 Kraken situation. So the Earth Shield did wonders there.
And he's on floor 15, so if he can get off this floor, he has a star glasses. So
Where is that? Okay, that elevator isn't that far.
Monster
Nope.
Den, please.
What? Yeah, Monster Dead and you win.
Damn
Oh
right.
man, he's going straight for it, I guess.
Oh, absolutely. And there's not even a
Yeah,
monster.
Den.
Monster
in the
Den
elevator
now.
room.
All right.
Yeah.
there's Monster Den.
Monster
Well,
Den
that
in
is
the elevator
game.
room.
Congratulations to Donnchadh H. He is the true
Wow.
Don. Don, you have to change your name to Forgo.
My name's always been Forgo.
You've always been Forgo.
Forgo.
There you go.
It's always been
So-
Forgo, guys. My Don is a title. His Don is his name. Okay?
I don't think he would have gotten far then. Look at this room. I mean,
Yeah,
if this wakes up, that's a big.
that's a troll sword. That's not gonna do anything.
Like, I guess you pick that guy up, move one straight away, and then move away from there. But even then,
Honestly, you guys played an amazing set of matches.
absolutely.
Like you guys
We
can't. It's just
Sorry.
great. Welcome, Donnchadh H. Congratulations for your win.
Hello. Wow.
Yo.
That
Wow.
was intense.
Wow, that's it. Just wow.
Wow.
Couldn't catch up to him. It just always felt like he was like baiting me. He was always just waiting for me to go up, and then he'll go to the next.
Yeah, it was. The second game in particular was going back and forth so hard. It's
Yeah.
just amazing.
Oh, absolutely.
All 3
Game 2
matches
was
were truthfully.
wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoed that.
Yeah. it was
Yeah,
really
no,
fun.
I gotta admit, like, I was actually really surprised that DonForgo, you were booking up the tower.
Damn.
Well,
Like-
the elevators were there, so my
Yeah, I know, but you're normally the one who like looks for items and stuff. But like, you saw elevator, you went up elevator, and it's like, oh, at this point he has a 6th floor lead. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I had
Alright.
I was behind. I lost my first game, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're just going for it. Yeah.
Yeah, I had to go for it.
And you never let him like live it down. So, starting from that second game, that game 2, you were always in front of. Yeah. Good adaptation there.
Yeah, no, I was a couple levels behind in game 2, I think. I was 6 levels behind, I think, right?
Roughly.
I
Like,
got-
yeah, Donnchadh H actually got at floor 25. Both you finally got to the same floor for a while.
Yeah, you got there first, but
And then he
you had
pushed
only
forward
one.
after that.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. That's where.
But
it
that,
just
that,
changed.
that entire thing, you guys were always within 1 floor of each other, or you were always just like you were on the elevator or going to the elevator when Donnchadh H was getting to the floor.
Talking about Donnchadh H, how did you feel on your game where you lost CUNY so soon?
I felt like I still had a chance. But
Yeah.
You proved it.
As
You
you
got
say.
way up in the tower.
Every time I looked over, it seemed like DonForgo was waiting at the elevator for me to get to that level, and then he'll just go to the next one. So I was just chasing the whole time.
It must have felt horrible.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it
was
was.
watching on my phone too.
Yeah, I was watching him, and it's just never caught up.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
you guys were actually pretty much equal for like 90% of the race.
Oh yeah.
The races, yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah, not just race. Yeah, races. Like you guys were really, really close. And again, with this, DonForgo goes out of the tournament, and Donnchadh H will be versing Captain Luigi.
Wow.
Wow.
And that is going to be one hell of a match as well, because
Oh, you know
Donnchadh
it.
H, you have knocked out two of my favorites that I was banking on in the tournament.
Yeah, and two of my favorites as well.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. I think nothing against you. I thought Bulb was going to cream you, and you destroyed him.
Oh
And
yeah.
then all of a
Oh,
sudden, I'm like, okay, I'm probably putting a little bit more money on Donnchadh H if DonForgo wants to grind. He didn't. He booked it up the tower. I'm
No.
like, okay, I think DonForgo has this. And
Nah.
you know,
Knew he
the
wasn't.
tournament. So, Avenge Fee beat Luigi.
Yeah.
Like right
And-
now, Donnchadh H, I think you got the title of Titan Killer, man.
Yeah.
Not yet. He's got to beat
Maybe.
Luigi,
Yeah, well.
and he's
Not
got to
yet.
beat,
Oh,
maybe
I think
Sean.
that title he got when he bet Baldwin and you. I mean, that's enough. Like he needs
And
to
then
keep the
the
title
Darces.
now and beat Luigi.
I think it's going to be Killer to Slayer when he beats 3.
Donnchadd's gonna go all the way, and he's gonna win. Okay.
Yeah.
Why not? That's
Well,
what Titan Killers do.
No, I have to verse Sand. We've agreed I'm allowed to.
No, he's gonna sweep it out, and then it's just me and Baldwin that can get a game off of him. That's it.
Well, and that's the thing is we are running out of matches per week as we would be because Sand is now taking like a 3-week break or something.
Yep, 3 weeks. Yes, absolutely.
Dedarsis is waiting 2 weeks from now, I think, or 3 actually. Actually, I think
2
Sand
weeks, yeah.
might be 4.
No, that's 3. But we're gonna try.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
We're gonna try to fit more bracket sets in the same week if we can, moving
Yeah.
forward. But as soon as somebody can't, we never will force anybody. So we're trying to make it so that there's no week with only one match in it.
Yeah, we're going
But
to
that
see if
might
we can
still
get some
happen.
friendlies going as well.
But yeah, we're gonna try to make it so it stays interesting. But we're never gonna force people to schedule 2 matches in their weeks. That might be tough for some people, and we respect that all the way.
Yeah, but we will try to get this kind of wrapped up because it's going to be interesting. I have a hell of a gauntlet to go through because it's now either going to be Donnchadh H or Captain Luigi, and I'm taking on Pule on Monday, and then Dedarsis is sitting at the loser finals, and then Sand Knight's there. So if I actually want to follow through with what I'm talking about, I really have to get lucky with the people I'm coming up against. Like, the losers bracket is scary right now.
Oh yeah, I feel really comfortable having the Darcis protecting the door to my throne room. So
Yeah.
right now I'm just waiting and see and watching, and that's fun.
Yeah, no, it is absolutely crazy. Again, I can honestly see Captain Luigi just going through everyone as well, and I can see Donnchadh H going through everyone. Like everyone
yeah.
has a chance of just ripping apart the rosters right now.
Oh yeah, nothing
It's
is
great.
played.
I love it.
Yeah.
Wow.
He beat you with Olim fruits, Captain Luigi. It does a difference.
The Ulim Garden, yeah.
Yeah, he has 7.
All right. So thank you, Luigi, for linking the Discord again. I think that's gonna be it for this week. That was the final match this week, right?
That was the final match. Fee and Poulet played. I played you, and this was our final one of Dawn versus Dawn.
Yes. So you can see in chat the link to our Discord. If you want to join, we really would appreciate having you with us. We really like to talk about the game, have some fun. You don't need to run the game. You can even just play it casually or do challenge runs. We have everything as your dreams. We have this week merged with the Game Boy Color version. So if you like the actual Game Boy Color version of the game, you can also join to talk about that. It's actually a part of our Discord.
We
now.
have resources for that now available too.
Yep, for both game. So definitely this is growing up to become a very big community. And we really like it, and we really want to see more people in it. But yeah, you're always welcome to come and pitch in and just chat and have fun with us. Or memes the best.
Yeah, we love our memes. We're making more of them every tournament match.
Absolutely. We also need to, well, if you guys want to see more matches, definitely follow Speed Gamer. There's going to be more on them. But then Donnchadh and DonForgo are probably going to be playing a little bit more about this game again. So follow our runners. There are wonderful
race
people.
You right now, Sand Knight, right? Bookless race right now.
Okay, I need to get to sleep.
Okay, I heard it. Okay,
I need to go to sleep in -3 hours. So right now, I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah, I need to go to sleep as well.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I am always happy to commentate these races.
Oh,
I
yeah.
always love watching this. Like, this is just a really fun thing to watch because, again, it's just so much with the procedural generated floors. Everyone playing completely different. No two matches are ever going to be the same. It's wonderful to see who gets screwed over by what.
Absolutely.
It's great. I love it.
And absolutely also follow Shawnee on Twitch, Shawnee7188. He's still a great runner of this game. He's still going to have to show up what he's made of in this tournament. And if you want to see him practice, then absolutely drop a follow on his side.
And likewise, the guy in the grand finals right now, Sand Knight, he has a lot of free time in his hands, so he might be able to practice a little bit more than me.
I might.
So, yeah.
Sorry.
And I was going to say, and a big thank you to Marty for helping us so much with this stream.
Thank you to Speed Gaming, but especially to Marty tonight.
Yeah.
This guy made it happen.
Yeah,
Without him, it would have been a mess. With him, only me and Shawnee was a mess. So everything else was perfect. And we really are grateful for that.
Yeah, no, it's great. I gotta give big credit to him. If sometime I'd love to buy you a drink, man, and pay for that because we were an absolute mess at the start of it, and I apologize, but you guys made absolutely everything great.
Hey, he could take you on that. You live in the same province, actually. All right. So thank you very much, everyone, for coming in. Thank you for our runners. Thank you, Shawnee. Thank you, Speed Gaming. Thank you, viewers. You guys make this tournament alive. And see you again next week. We're gonna have more exciting matches for you. We're getting closer to that grand final, and so every matches are going to be even more hyped than the last one.
Yes.
See you guys.
Bye, everyone.
Yeah. Bye.